neighborhood of like 5:30 or so in the morning when you all learned that a Mako was missing and went to the Glassworks. So currently you are all like, I think it was Daria who was escorting a Mako out. So are you taking a Mako straight back to the Rusty Dragon then?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say that you are heading out to do that basically by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you uh, have basic control over Suto, who is still bound. What would you guys like to do with this guy?
Well, Ragnar seems the one that has choice words with the sheriff, so maybe we should send it to the sheriff, the person that would probably deal with the murderer, anyways. Ragnar can give him a piece of his mind over there. That off his shoulders. Go back to drinking. That's just awesome.
Yeah, as far as Rogue is concerned, I would say, taking it'd be fun to wake up the sheriff. It seems like he needs to get himself in gear based on what we've seen around town here. So, little early morning wake up call with a criminal would be a good thing.
I tried to forget you guys were coming down so hard on the good sheriff. So, all right. So you guys pretty much in agreement then that you want to take Suto straight to the garrison and find Sheriff Hemlock.
Yes.
I think that's the best thing to do.
All right, then you guys make it there. As you arrive, you see that there are a fair amount of the city guard kind of leaving the garrison. Some of them are even checking in. It looks like they were probably just finishing up their nighttime shenanigans. They kind of look at your group. A few of them nod and smile as you walk forward. They don't really seem to pay any attention to the fact that you have Suto tied up. And yeah, you can hear some conversation going on just inside the garrison. If you don't know where the garrison is, I don't know how many of you have the map open. Oh man, this thing. Let's see. I'll pull it up myself here. So the garrison is just slightly north of the Glassworks. It's that other large gray building that's basically directly north of the Glassworks. Looks kind of like a keep. Yeah, it's rather large. So you guys going in, or what's the deal? What are we doing here?
Wait, what time in the morning is it?
It's still very early. So we'll say, I mean, it took you guys probably about 40, 50 minutes to kind of navigate the dungeon of many doors before you managed to capture Suto and rescue Umeko. So, so it's yeah, so it's probably like 6:20 or so in the morning. It's still fairly early.
Ragnar would definitely go.
Sure.
All right, so you guys drag the good, well, I guess not good, this criminal.
Not drag either.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let me just backtrack a little bit. How are you kind of presenting the situation with Suto here? I mean, obviously his hands are bound, but
Yeah, and he's his gag too. So
oh, okay. So he is gagged. All right.
I would
I'm
assume
not
he's
roughing
over
him up or
Ragnar's
anything.
shoulder, being the largest of us.
Okay.
He's
Can I
walking.
drag?
No,
Can I drag
he's
him by his
walking.
hair?
He's
No,
walking.
you
Okay.
can't. Yeah. Remember, he's charmed.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Any
He's your
aggressive?
buddy.
I mean, obviously, Tulane knows any aggressive action towards Suto from the group will break the charm. So
Yeah. So
be careful. You
I'm
don't want that.
I'm the one that's navigating him. I've got a hold of his arms are tied behind his back, and I've got a hold of one and leading him in. And I think I said something about almost putting a bag over his head. I can't remember if I did.
uh,
But
I mean, you can make that decision if you say.
Or
It's been
just
about a
flip.
week.
If he's wearing a cloak, I'll flip his cloak over his his head, so they can't really see who he
Okay.
is.
Yeah, he certainly has a cloak.
I will get Ragnar, can you find the sheriff for us, please? You seem to be able to do that. Find people pretty easily.
Very well. Do I see any
Thank you for the follow,
guards
King
on their
Bashman.
way to the
Yeah, like I
I
said,
like that
like
name.
as you guys are approaching the garrison, there's about 4 or 5 city guard that are coming out of the building. It looks like they're pairing up to go off on whatever patrols they're gonna do
I'm
for the
gonna
day.
I'm gonna walk right up to him, glare, and then demand in a very loud voice, "Take me to your sheriff!"
Oh my fucking god.
All right, so
No, it's
you kind
slower
of
than I thought it was going to be.
you startle one young man, probably in his very early 20s, maybe even late teens,
Did you
and
shit yourself?
it's, he stops dead in his tracks, and I mean basically everybody who is part of the garrison knows your group at this point. He says, "Oh, yeah, of course," and he looks over at this other younger gentleman standing next to him, and that guy just nods and kind of leans up against the wall as this young gentleman runs into the garrison.
I'll
And
turn back with a big
Yeah, no
grin.
worries, man.
I have found the sheriff.
I generally only play on Saturdays,
not but like a minute
but I've
later,
started playing in another game
Sheriff Hemlock comes walking out.
that I'm
Pretty
playing
large
in and
man.
not running,
He stands
so
about 6'3",
I'm able to run
maybe 6'4".
stream his game on
Rounded out
Fridays.
about 210, maybe
I think he's going to
220.
try to start streaming it himself.
Definitely tan skinned. Not the same type of complexion as many of the fair folk that you've seen around this place. He definitely rivals you in size, there, Ragnar.
Well, he comes close.
Yeah. So the only difference, obviously, is he's wearing like full-on chainmail with some bits of plate.
Yeah,
also
this is
added
supposed
to
to
it.
be Rise of the Runelords, the Pathfinder
So
adventure
he has
series.
this big tunic
He's
on.
converted
that,
it to
favors
AD&D.
the
I don't know anything
emblems
about
of
it, so
Neverwinter.
apparently
And
it's
he
very
steps
popular.
down the steps from the garrison and approaches your group.
As I look down at him, "Sheriff, we have done you and your men's job yet again." As I point to
If you guys do, make sure somebody lets
Yeah,
me know,
so
because I would
Suto,
like to
he still
watch
has
it. The
his
last
cloak
time you
over his
guys
head.
played, I
Is
really
that
enjoyed
accurate?
watching it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just flip that cloak over his head to show his face.
All right,
We
so
got
you,
ourselves quite a bit of a day for you here, Sheriff. A little bit of a murderer.
he looks at your group a little befuddled. He says, "Well, I'm going to assume you have good reason to have Suto here bound up. Why don't we bring him inside with all of you, and you can tell me the story indoors. I don't really want to have a citizen of Port Last to be seen bound this early in the morning without an explanation."
"Yes, I agree. Bring Mr. Tutu."
All right, so you bring him in. The first person you see as you come in, there's several soldiers kind of milling about the area, but there's another very large man as you walk in. This guy not as clad in armor as Baylor is. He's probably stands about 6'7", a little larger than Baylor. Obviously, someone of the
You
plains.
guys do a
you
good
would-
job
you
of
would
breaking
reckon
stuff,
he's just
man. I watched.
beastly.
I can
Looks
just
like he probably
see
hasn't
the
showered in a
defeat
few
in his
days,
eyes.
as you can smell him right when you cross threshold into the garrison here. And Hemlock just kind of walks
He has a
over to this
defeated
desk,
soul.
plops down in a chair, pulls out a piece of paper and quill, and then looks all up at all of you. Says, "Well, what's your statement?"
So I will take the gag out, and then I will instruct him to say, "Tell the sheriff what you've done this evening, in detail."
Well, this evening?
Yes.
I am gonna need you to give me a charisma check. I mean, he's somewhat favorable towards you, but what you're asking him to do will damn him for sure. So, oh man, all right. He looks over at you and looks over at the sheriff. Says, "Well, I killed my rat bastard father finally. So none of you are gonna have to see his piece of shit face around town anymore. Can I go now?" And the sheriff just stares at him. He hasn't written a word of this. And he just looks over at all of you. He says, "Surely this is the talk of a madman."
More like a charmed man, but yeah, similar.
I will make certain it's clear that he's done what he said he did, and that he was also in league with goblins, and what happened in the glass place.
He looks over at the very large, smelly man that I described earlier. He says, "Machidi, I want you to round up 10 men, go to the Glassworks, and see what the hell is going on over there. And make sure no citizens go in there." And the sheriff then looks back at all of you as Machidi goes into the back, just screaming at all the young soldiers who immediately jumped and head out the door. Says, "Well, I'm going to need you all to start from the beginning. And also, Machidi, if you wouldn't mind taking this scumbag to a cell while I get the statement from these good heroes here." Machidi just grabs Suto by the wrist, still bound. And Suto doesn't resist. He just takes him back to one of the first cells. There's like this hallway, and there are just cells on either side. So who's going to give him the story? And how detailed do you want to be?
I nominate Roken.
Yeah,
We should have just recorded what you said earlier and then play it back now.
I'm not going to make you like recite what happened. You can obviously just tell me how much of the story you want to give to him.
Right.
Like how detailed you want to be.
So basically, he would just summarize saying, we got information early this morning, that Miko had gone missing after she was going to meet her brother at the Glassworks. We went to the Glassworks to investigate. Stumbled upon a number of goblins after a pitched battle. We ended up finding out that this guy who got put to sleep was with the goblins, had been shooting at us as well, and discovered his father encased in glass, and that he had his sister tied up in the basement. So we
He
figured
says, "What about this talk of goblins? You say there are goblins there. Can you prove in any way that they were in league with Suto?"
They were the ones killing them. And
Well,
they were
yeah,
him.
they weren't attacking him, and and they were attacking us, and he was attacking us. So that to me kind of puts them together.
Well, the main reason I ask is if we can prove that Suto was the cause of the festival, and that we now have him in custody. I mean, I imagine I don't have to express upon you the relief that would cause throughout the city.
Oh, I have one quick question on here about that book I found in the basement. This is the one with the picture.
The journal, yes. Did
Yeah.
I not share with you the actual journal?
You sent the picture, so I
All
didn't know
right.
if it was a journal, if it was like some religious book or
All right,
what it was.
so give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you, I think because we were like towards the end of the night, I didn't give you the rest of the journal.
Hmm.
So let me just make one adjustment here, and then I will give you
It was the end of
this.
his shift. He was eager to get back home.
He's doing some blacksmithing in the background.
Yeah, somebody shut those cows up.
Close
All right.
those doors over there.
Yeah.
Can't hear myself think.
There's a small cow parade going on outside.
Yeah. All right.
More cowbell.
Yeah. If you look in your inventory, Roken, you should see Suto's journal there now. It's right under your short bow.
Okay.
And you are welcome to read that or distribute it. It's got some more photos on it that you hopefully should be able to open. If you can't, let me know.
Okay, let's see. So,
It might not allow you. They might not be shared. I don't know.
yeah, the 3 handouts. One, yeah, not loaded. It said. Click to the first one.
Well, I'm not going to
Yeah.
go through the whole rigmarole of trying to like do these
Right.
individually. So I'm just going to share them with everybody so you can see all the cute little images. There you go. They're pretty
Alright.
small.
All right. So, okay. So he's talking about a raid.
Like we got a hot succubus.
So I love. So yeah. So obviously I tell him about the tunnel. That was under the Glassworks. So that would kind of lead us to believe that he was working with the goblins, because that would seem to be their lair. We didn't go down, but that would seem to be a next logical step. And then share whatever else is in this journal. So talking about the raid, and I assume that's the raid on the cathedral. But, from below, okay. My father's Glassworks. So sounds like some serious shenanigans being planned.
So he's like eyeballing this journal as you're kind of reading from it. He says, I don't suppose you'd be willing to give that journal up.
Well, considering that, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What does anybody think? We want to hold on to this for a little bit more information?
I
Until
guess my
we have a
biggest question
chance.
is,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, Hemlock says, I guess my biggest question is what do you all plan on doing from here? You're certainly not part of the garrison, but I will say this. It's not uncommon for Fort Last to recognize citizens that go above and beyond the duties of the normal citizens here. Obviously, Shalelu is an honorary member of the City Watch, even though she's not beholden to Neverwinter in uh, the same aspect that I am. But I certainly have no problem with you all undergoing your own investigations. To be honest, we're very light on individuals around here that I trust, other than myself, to look into these matters. But at the same token, I certainly don't expect anything else from you. So if you want to leave that journal here, I will ensure that justice is done.
Do you mind if we hold on to it for about a day? So that
I,
Roken can.
I certainly don't. I just want you all to understand that we cannot proceed with any trial without it. Even though these allegations are pretty damning against Suto, and he's already admitted to killing his father, this is not Luskin. We don't just hang people for no reason. There will be a trial. It's likely he will be convicted, but we will definitely want to make sure that we have all of the evidence that we will present to the mayor of Neverwinter before we proceed on with any sort of, well, kind of sounding like an execution might be in order in this situation.
What evidence does this give you against him? This journal.
Well, if that journal ties him to goblins attacking this city, I mean, that is treason of the highest order.
Yeah, it looks like if we were to keep it and go back and investigate further that hole beneath the Glassworks, we may yet find out more about what is going on. As I read more of this journal, a little disconcerting.
I definitely want to look over that book before we, or that journal before we just give it up.
Right.
That doesn't make a lot of
Demon.
sense that he's just demanding the journal. And I'm saying this not, out in the open, more, I guess, whisper, I would guess, but it just seems a little strange that he's wanting the book when he has no idea what's in the book and he's claiming they can't take him to, be judged without it.
Shut that cow up.
I love it.
All right, so
Where's my smell-o-vision? I want to smell the cows too.
So it looks like we'll get back to you on the journal thing there, Sheriff.
that's fine. I mean, at this point, none of you have given me any reason to doubt your intent. I do want to send a group over to make sure that Ameko is okay. Father Xanthus should definitely know about this, and I will be personally heading over to talk to Mayor Devrin to make sure she's aware of everything that has transpired here. Again, I don't.
Bullfigh's going to run outside to go hunt this damn cow.
I don't expect
Like-
any of you to go down and check whatever this tunnel is. But if you decide to do so, I would certainly love to be kept abreast of anything you find down there.
We are, and we will.
All right, well, he stands up, and you notice he hasn't written down a damn thing since all of this conversation has happened. He doesn't seem to be a very good secretary or dictator. Or he's not good at dictation, I should say.
I was about to say, it's good that
Yeah.
he's not a very good dictator.
Yeah, right? So he stands up, he puts the paper away, he kind of scowls at it a little bit, and then puts the little cork back in his inkwell, sets the quill down as well. I better get to Mayor Devrin, and whatever you all decide to do, please be safe. You've been a great help to Port Last, and we would hate for anything bad to happen to you. If you feel like anything is too much for you to handle, please do not hesitate to come to us. I will definitely assign men to assist you. And with that, he walks outside.
You like to stare down.
I'm gonna. Roken, you're the one with the journal. How about we go back to the inn and just kind of pour over it? And both of us kind of, flip through it and make sure see if there's anything in it that we can find that's suspicious.
Sounds like a good idea. And we can check on Mako and Daria back at the tavern or inn. Or works for me.
Okay. Give me a second to make some copies of your characters real fast. I had an issue last night when I tried this, so I want to make sure nothing crazy happens. For those of you that have leveled up, if you look at your character sheet and click on the little gear under class level, you should see...
Level.
Yeah, a lot of you have. I think the only one that has not is probably Tulane. Just give me a second before you do it, but there's a little green circle there with a plus sign next to it. And if you click that, it should automatically level up your character. I just got to make a copy of a couple more of you real fast. Because I did this last night, and for some reason... it added a new class to one of my players, and I don't know why that happened.
The class name was probably different.
Fantasy
Yeah.
Grounds is the Fantasy Grounds is going, listen, this guy is failing here. What we need to do is this.
Yeah,
You really want him multi-class, right?
yeah. Well, it added like a class that wasn't even like remotely close. It added what the hell was it? Anyway, I'll get offline with you later, Mike, and talk to you about it. But
Was it
we
a
were
character that existed for a while?
yeah,
Old? Yeah, so
Uh,
remember, if it was a player's handbook thing, the read-only
actually
stuff
a-
changed that stuff. And I did go through and do a version update conversion thing that should have caught that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, it was actually from the demi-human's deity. It was one of those classes.
Ah. Well,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be read only. Then that shouldn't matter.
Right. It is now.
Wait, what?
Not yet.
I
Yeah,
think
I changed it to read only.
Don't
So,
do that. Please don't do
all right.
that. Don't do it unless they tell you to. Is my opinion.
Well,
Because it
yeah,
really does make it difficult to deal with.
yeah, it sure does. I mean, they're just classes, so I don't know.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
locking them is fine. You know, the little lock
Yeah.
on the deal. That's perfectly. I mean, that's everything should be locked. But unless they just
I
tell
haven't heard
you,
it.
I would not.
I haven't heard anything from James. I doubt he even paid attention to my email. So I might sneak in another module change on it before this weekend. He seems to be slow to respond to my emails, so I don't even know if the update will hit next week. Anyway, getting off topic here. We'll talk offline about that. All right, so I think you guys are good. I got Daria, Doth, Lily Fuddle. I got 2 Lily Fuddles, whatever. Ragnar, Roken, and Tulane. And Tulane doesn't really matter.
So,
All right.
can you hear me?
Yeah, so what you guys are going to do is you're going to click that little green circle. Hopefully it doesn't panic on us.
It's not working too well. It says that unable to find record to match the link prop. Check to make sure the correct object open. I guess.
Okay.
What class?
That's bullshit.
What class is it?
For the hoodwink.
Oh, yep, that's another demi-human one. So
Now, when you made it read only, all those links changed from like class.id dash to reference data, whatever, ref manual data.
So,
it changes the whole thing.
There's the problem. Okay, so
well, what you can do is just you can drag and drop it directly from there, and if the name matches, it should be fine.
Well, what he's going to have an issue with is when he tries to click on it, it's going to say new class. So I'm going to fix that right now the same way I did last time. I'm going to just find it from the class. Hold on one sec. I'm going to level you up.
Okay.
You're going to be the only one with this issue. Actually, Daria also might have this problem.
Me too. Roken.
Oh, God, so many of you using my books. I love it. But... All right,
I'm not. I'm basic.
Yeah, I know. I should have talked to Mike before I made the shit read only.
But damn it! It said I rolled a 4 out of a D10 for hit points. That.
All right. So I'm gonna keep track of what you guys roll. I have a little option that I do for you guys on hit points, which I'll get to in a second. So.
You know that's in the log, right?
Say what? Oh, what I'm about to do? Yeah.
No. Their hit points are in the log. You don't need to log it yourself.
No, I know. I'm looking. When I say log, I'm looking over at it. All right. So we got. All right. Lily Puddle is good. Let's do. I didn't just screw up here.
All the religious people are causing the problem.
I know.
I'm pretty sure if you just open up the classes, if you open up records and go to classes and find that class, you should be able to drag and drop it on it, and it shouldn't give you many. It should match it because it matches on name, not the link IDs.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
So did you add my experience manually, so I don't have to try to do it?
No, hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm way too quiet. Roken, can you shoot that dang bird?
A happy bird, man. Why do you gotta be so mean?
All right. Who did I add this to? Fine. Oh, okay. All right. So Roken, I think, is the last one, right? That I need to do here. Oh, I see what happened. Let's get rid of that class. Ranger of Solinar. And you are leveled up. All right. So, everybody's level should be good. I
Nice
just want
roll.
to check Daria real quick, make sure that she's good.
I only got 11 hit points now.
All right, so here's what we're going to do on this. I'm going to start from the top here. We'll start with the first one, which was you, Daria. You received 2 additional hit points. Do you want to keep that, or do you want to roll yourself?
I'd rather roll myself.
All right.
I
If
must
you
have rolled
now,
a 1.
yes,
I mean, if I roll a 4, then it's not a big deal. But if it rolls it, then I get like, yeah, dude.
Right.
Exactly.
Hold on. So here's the way I do this. If you decide to roll yourself, no matter what you get, you got to keep it. So if you get a
Nothing could be
1,
worse than 1.
yeah, you actually got 2.
Well, don't I get 1 bonus hit point because of my con score?
Yeah, that's
Oh, it
not
says you
included
gain-
in there.
Sorry, yeah, that's not
The
included.
con
So
bonuses are generated automatically
Yeah.
based on your constitution.
you did actually just roll a 1. So I mean,
Exactly.
can't hurt you. So go ahead, and if you want to roll, go ahead.
She's the lucky one.
Just roll.
I'm not.
Yeah, just go ahead and throw a D8 out there. Oh, there you go. So you gain 1 more hit point.
Hey, be glad you're not a wizard.
It's better than nothing, y'all.
You-
100% improvement.
You would be an
Exactly.
amazing wizard if you had 8 hit points at level.
All right, so Lily Fuddle, you had gained. Looks like you rolled a 7, if I'm reading this correctly. Do you want to keep that, or do you want to roll again?
I'll keep that.
Yeah, I figured as much. And then finally, Roken.
I'm good.
You are certainly good. All right, and let me just Doth here. He doesn't get the options. He's a basic bitch fighter. He gets whatever he gets.
For the basic.
What did he get? 10 additional hit points. What a bastard. All right.
Nice.
Beautiful. I can finally like.
He
stand
needs
next
it.
to Rogan. Or Rhaegar.
Yeah. All right. So now that that's out of the way, level 2, you guys aren't getting diddly. You got no thieves in the group. Those of you that have spells.
Ragnar
just-
wants to roll for his hit points. I only
Oh.
it said I only got 6, which means I rolled a 4.
No,
Okay.
that means
Well,
if
it
the
should
law,
say-
if the text said you got 6, that means you rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not included in the chat. So do you want to roll and chance getting less than a 6?
Damn right, I like my champ.
Get fucked.
There you go, bud.
Two.
That's why you don't roll.
16.
I at least improved.
All right.
Your fighter
So-
can't take a hit. There you guys go.
All right, there you go. So that drops you down a bit.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
still do.
bump up my
You
hide
do
and
still
shit.
have that IOU from Daria, so you get 1 free.
You're the healer. I better get more than 1 free heal.
Exactly. That's my point.
Typically, if you have over half, probably shouldn't roll again. But I mean, if you're a gambling man, why not? All right. So now that the actually some of you clerics, let's see, we got before I forget Daria. Let's see what your wisdom is.
18.
Oh wow. All right. So you're gonna get a couple second level. It looks like,
Whoop whoop.
and then check Lily Fuddle in a second here. Oh, never mind. You don't get diddly. You don't get extra second levels. You guys don't get shit. What am I thinking of? 3rd level, we'll worry about that.
Oh.
Yep. No new bonuses. 2nd level, just a level up. All right. So, like I said, Sheriff Hemlock has headed out. You guys come back over to the Rusty Dragon. Obviously, Ameko is not at the bar currently. Daria, where did you take Ameko when you brought her back to the Rusty
To
Dragon?
her room.
Okay. Yeah, so can't remember her name off the top of my head, but the older halfling lady that's a bit shy, she is beside herself with joy and just simultaneously a lot of worry as you bring Ameko in, who just has this 1,000-yard stare going on. And you quickly explain the situation to her, and the two of you help Ameko back to her room. And Ameko, I mean, you've known Ameko for a few days now, a little over a 10-day, and she's always just this beaming ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
And she just looks shell-shocked right now. Like, obviously, Did you guys tell her that her father was killed, or
I
have you
was
not
waiting
even?
until she was more comfortable to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Right
then,
now, she
I'm gonna ask the halfling to get her a good drink.
a drink. You said.
Yes, like an alcoholic beverage.
All right. So she heads off to get that. And what do you want to do while she's gone?
I'm gonna give it like a minute, and then I'll start telling Ameko, hoping that by the time I'm done speaking, the alcohol gets here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't take that long. If you're just waiting a minute to even start, she's
Yeah.
back pretty quickly with some hot cider, which
Okay.
appears to be Ameko's favorite.
Okay. That's
And
good.
yeah, and so as she's drinking, you start to drop this bombshell on her. Are you gonna tell her like how discreet are you gonna be with
I'm
the
gonna
details?
be gentle with it. I will
Uh,
only tell her what's needed. I will not tell her the state of her father's corpse.
okay.
I'll just be very limited on detail, but I will tell her the generalized story.
All right.
I'm
And
just not gonna tell him, oh yeah, by the way, your father's a statue if you ever wanted to put him in the hallway.
what is your reaction modifier?
0.
Okay.
You can
She
change it from the
is
rusty dragon to the glass
obviously.
man.
But I'm thinking of
All right.
seeing if I have my use for the day. I do. I'm gonna add a 1 to my die roll for raised
Uh,
anger.
all right. So in this case, it'll actually subtract one.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 5, which was already really good, and that
I
just
wanted to
brings.
have a better,
Yeah. So she
the
just,
best.
I guess, a little more friendly. She's obviously distraught about the
Yeah.
situation as you're telling this to her, but she's obviously not upset with you. You had nothing to do with it. I won't go into like the specifics of the role playing of this, but yeah, she's not one up for words right now. To be honest, like she's just completely beside herself. She starts crying.
Yeah, my
She can't.
character's there trying to comfort her and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
she can't believe that her brother would do this. So, so you spend the time to console her.
Yeah.
The rest of you finally make it back to the Rusty Dragon sometime later. It's still rather early in the morning. At this point, it's maybe 9 in the morning after your long conversation with the sheriff and the presentation of the evidence, and finally deciding that you're going to come back. This all took some time. And people are starting to kind of mill into the Rusty Dragon for breakfast. You can already hear the murmurs of why isn't a Mako behind the bar. The halfling looks as though she uh, has her hands full, but she seems to be handling it fairly well. And the floor is yours.
I'm gonna take my sleepy little fellow up to the room and have boss man back downstairs. Morning.
Okay.
So it's-
And I think you guys said you were going to discuss the book. So,
yeah,
what is your guys' plan with this?
has everybody else seen it, or can they see it now, or is it just
Well, if you want to
just
present
me?
it to them, just let me know, and I will.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will.
sure that we get in there, get a table for breakfast, and I can kind of show people. I've read through it now, so that's probably easier than read it, or I could read it if they whichever way they want to do it.
All right. Then I will. I guess I'll just share it.
Mhm.
Probably be the easiest way to do this. Because I think if I do that, it should show everybody. I seem to recall, like, as long as I have it open on my screen, you all can see it. Let me know if it pops up on your screens.
What?
Did it show up or no?
The journal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys can close that at your leisure, read through it or what have you. There's also some images down there, which you probably have already seen. Those images were just kind of sketched by Suto. One of them should be Sandpoint, and then some demon that he drew.
When my character reads this, her opinion of the man is going to slightly worsen. More than it already is.
more than him killing his father and enslaving his
yeah,
sister.
yeah.
Seriously.
It's getting worse by the second. But she
He's in
has
love
to
with
be
a
the
demon.
kind. She has to be the kind person she is, and let his sister decide.
But seems to be some new names we haven't heard in here.
Mm-hmm.
Rip Nugget.
Oh, we may have heard that one from Shalelu, but Mel Feshnikor doesn't sound.
I'm interested in the last paragraph of
Celestial
Suto's love
Chain.
interest.
Yes, I'm guessing
Apparently,
that's
it looks like he
picture
may
number
have
3.
fallen in love with a demon of some sort,
Seems so.
according to the pictures.
Seems like there could be trouble down that tunnel under the Glassworks. Smuggling
I
tunnel.
was thinking of it as a solution.
Oh. Well, trouble for the townsfolk of Port Last. Definitely an opportunity to investigate.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere else that we should be going besides that tunnel. We gotta check that place out a little bit. Otherwise, we can go into the forest and just goblin.
All right.
I'm gonna go grab a lily fuddle and get her started to eat. Now that she's taking a little nap.
Sure she doesn't steal anything or trade anything, I should say. Not steal, trade.
Yeah. Trust me, that's my wallet going down.
You don't need trinkets.
All right. So why don't we do this? I'm gonna let you guys kind of mill over what you want to do. Just let me know whenever you're wanting to go to the Glassworks, or not the Glassworks. Well, I guess it would be the Glassworks since you know it's a tunnel under it.
Mm-hmm.
You let me know when you're ready to do that as a group, and we'll handle that. And in the meantime, also for those of you that maybe have new spells or you want to reorganize something or ask me any questions, also let me know that, and I will fix your stuff. I know I haven't given you your rest, so once you have your spells memorized, let me know, and I will give you the rest.
Ragnar needs no spells.
Right.
Spills. For the daily powers, is that just one each?
It depends.
Under powers, like my 2 audible glamour and phantasmal force.
It should say
Is it
somewhere on your character sheet like how often you can use those.
okay?
So, for instance, let's see, if you go to the abilities tab, let's see here. Illusion spells. That's should be hopefully where it is. Nope.
Oh yeah, once per day.
Oh, there you go.
I guess my actual real question is, since they're kind of like auto equipped, are they automatically
Oh,
set to
okay.
1 each
So
day?
yeah, so for those, because of like the limitations, I can't give you an or statement on there. So
Mhm.
basically, the way we'll just handle it, you don't need to pick, but at the time of casting, if you use one of them, then you cannot use the other one.
Okay, but I just feel like
I'm not going to make you choose during the day which one you want. As soon as you use one, the other one will not be available.
okay, I got you.
So we good on spells or
I'm just going over it one more time.
okay, no problem.
There's that library
Got a lot of chatter in the background.
here.
More people coming in for breakfast.
Yeah,
You like the ambient chatter, actually.
yeah. Next time maybe I'll use the Baldur's Gate ambient tavern. That's one of my favorites. Get a little bit of bard music. You're not going to get any of that right now because Ameko is the bard and she ain't playing shit at the moment.
I just went mead.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, this place gets pretty crowded in the morning. The majority of people like to come here for breakfast because Ameko's cooking is unique, to say the least. She has a very Eastern style to her recipes, and it's not something that is found on the Sword Coast. So it's always packed in the morning. And right now, people are a little disappointed. I mean, the halfling appears to know some of the dishes she makes, but is nowhere near as good of it as a Mako.
So I had a question, looking at something in the journal here. There's a
Uh,
reference, and I was wondering if the characters would actually know what it is, right? In the
shoot.
second paragraph, we should get the Quasit's aid. Do we
Ah,
know what that is?
do you know what it is indeed? I don't know. Do you have any kind of knowledge proficiencies?
Well, animal lore
Animal lore, so no.
myself. So no, okay, yeah, exactly. Well, even if I did, that's my lowest with an
So,
8, so I wouldn't
right.
have known anyways.
So here's what I will say, because it's not out of the realm of possibility that a character with no knowledge wouldn't have at least heard of various creatures. I mean, we've heard dragons and stuff.
Mhm.
So, and we know what succubus are. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check, and we'll see if your character has heard even
Okay.
anything. And I will, I'll drop some knowledge on you. Maybe it's just some bullshit your granny told you that's irrelevant.
Should I throw it in the tower?
Yes, please, in the tower,
Okay,
so I know
gotcha.
which direction I'm going with this information.
Right. Well, once you said that, I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah. All right. So, Grandma told you quasits are these malicious, kind of imp-like creatures that can typically be summoned to this world by either powerful mages or even sometimes priests to do some sort of bidding. And sometimes they find their own way here, and they relish the opportunity to just cause havoc for others. They typically are extremely evil and are not to be taken lightly.
so more trouble and not some human in town who's going to be that we
Or
have to watch for.
certainly not. Yeah, this is definitely starting. If this is true, and your granny was correct, then this is certainly some shit to be concerned about.
Oh yeah, this journal is not a lot of good news here. I don't like this. Released and under her command. That doesn't sound healthy. Especially if they don't think they need to worry about being subtle once
Yeah.
they have this thing, whatever it is. So that's not
Are
good.
you talking about Malfeshnikor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does not sound like somebody that
Yeah, that
we
name
want
just
released.
screams evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I should have changed it to like Joe. Should have been less intimidating.
Joe,
Yeah,
that wouldn't be. That's right.
once Joe is released under her command.
The Demon Joe.
Yeah. How we doing on them spells, Daria?
I said I was done.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I
I
apologize.
typed it.
Oh, type.
You were talking.
Oh. How come I don't see I don't see your message for some reason?
Out of character,
Yeah.
green.
It's
Done.
hidden under Ragnar's, maybe.
Sorry, what was that, Ragnar?
It's underneath my message. She did it.
Oh.
It's green and out of character text.
Dang, man, can you guys like have different dye colors?
Unfortunately, out of character.
Oh, out of character is always green? That's lame.
Yep.
Okay.
I did my
Don't
job.
blame me. Blame the creators.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a core thing. All right.
It is.
All right. So the rest has been given at this point. No changes. So what's the plan? Are you guys looking to go to the Glassworks today, or is there shit you want to do around town? What's the plan here?
Well, how many days are we from this party they're supposed to be having? We of the of the week that we were waiting, the 10-day we were waiting.
Right. So you got probably a couple days, though who knows now with all this
Right.
information coming out.
Right. Well, I'm down to investigate it. Anybody want to go for a walk underground?
Ragnar would just look at everybody confused and go, "What are we doing?"
Adventure.
Ah,
Smashing
adventure.
puppets.
Yeah.
Adventure, excitement,
Right. Death. Hopefully not.
certain death.
Probably. Isn't that how all adventures end?
Exactly.
All right. So you guys are heading back then?
Nobody
I'm game.
wants to
Sorry if
complain
that wasn't
about it.
clear.
That's okay. All right. That's what I need to
Sure.
hear. I don't want to try to be sounding like I'm pushing you guys in a direction.
I'll be
Certainly.
right getting a drink.
Sure, I'm
Actually,
certainly
we
not
should mess with the DM and say, "Nope, we're going to go out of town and head north. Why not?"
You're not scaring me. I'm ready
We're
for
gonna
that.
open a brewery. We decided to open a brewery. Completely off character.
We're gonna be playing house.
Right. Exactly.
All right. All right. So you guys head back towards the Glassworks. Um, as you approach, you see that there are about 3 guards standing outside the main entrance where you all came in that first door. They kind of came into these offices, if you all recall.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even try to bar the way. They just 2 of them are standing there. Looks like they're just staring straight ahead. One of the other ones, he's like trying to make sure that nobody approaches. Not that very many of the citizens in Port Last attempt to go into the Glassworks as it is, but he looks like he's trying to keep himself busy.
I will never understand the gods here. Why do they wear brown pants?
To represent how shitty they are?
Saves on cleaning.
Yeah. All right. So you guys going in?
Yes.
All right.
Certainly.
All right. So you guys go in, and just for saving time, you can hear the chatter of several of the individuals, these guards, which you assume are probably in the forge area as you quickly make your way into that room. And you can hear them like cleaning up. They're bitching about the stench of dead goblins. You can even hear a couple of them vomiting. Yeah, and it seems as though like the majority of the guards that you have come across are fairly young. You haven't seen like a lot of veterans. Obviously, Sheriff Hemlock is to some degree, but he is by far the oldest of them. Okay. Just reading a message over there. Oops. I'm having right-click issues. There we go. Try something new here real fast. I think this works if I do this. Oh, that transition. All right. So you guys approach this winding tunnel. As you move down into the deeper portions of this long tunnel, uh, it splits off at one point. You have to kind of just getting into it. You have to step over like some makeshift barricade that has been set up. It looks like they just kind of haphazardly took some bricks and sealed off the majority of it. But it looks like, at least fairly recently, it's been uncovered, and it's easily wide enough for even Ragnar to just step through. And you travel down for probably a good 500 to 600 feet before you come up to a split in the tunnel. The fork goes to the right and to the left. Which direction would you like to go?
Does this tunnel have some kind of lighting in it, or is it
No, there is no
completely
lighting
dark?
down here.
Okay?
I'm blind.
Yes,
Yes.
it's pretty dark for you non-elven types.
For those you non-elves, hold somebody's hand.
Can I give a little descriptor of my character real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Doth is got glowing yellow eyes that everyone's seen, and a glowing gem in his chest. And Lilyfuddle has a slight hint of glow coming from underneath her robe. Anyways, Doth chooses left because bad guys go left. They always get to the prize first before the good guys.
Okay, so Doth just marches off left. What do the rest of you
I
want to
didn't march off. I'm just
do?
suggesting.
Oh, I see. Okay,
I'm choosing. Okay.
I misunderstood. I apologize.
No, I understand. Like, so it did sound more like an action than.
Yeah, it did sound a little bit like an action. So, all right. So he's just speaking. Okay.
Right.
Left is fine. If it's not right, we'll go right.
Works for me.
Okay. I mean, if you take away left, all you have is right. So, all right. So you guys travel on for about another. I mean, it's pretty specific here. I'm not going to be that specific. Over 1,000 feet or so, and in what you assume is probably a northeasterly direction. And the cave opens up into a 30-foot diameter, and you're looking over. You're on this cliff that has about a 30-foot drop, and you're looking out towards the coastline, and you can see below you. There's just a bunch of trash. There's heaps of junk everywhere. It's like there's a beach down below, and most of the trash has been pushed up against the cliff face. Obviously, from the tide that comes in from time to time, and even from where you are, you can see like these little footprints all over the place.
So let's see. So you're saying it came out to outside again, basically?
Yeah, you guys are facing outside at the moment.
So let's see. So we went northeast from Glass, so we're kind of like up north and east of the cathedral area, or I'm just trying to look at the Port Last map and see if I can.
Yeah. So if you want to give me a wisdom check, maybe I can help you out with where you think you're looking.
Certainly.
Also, I think it might be marked on our little journal handout map.
All right. So if you had to guess, you seem to recall them referring to this as like a junkyard or something. It's got to be it. There's just trash everywhere. You seem to recall them maybe calling it like Junker's Isle or something to that effect. You're not entirely sure.
Okay.
But even from where you are, Roken, you spot what you think might be a couple goblin beds that are certainly not in use at the moment, but there's a good probability that this might have been a staging point for the attack. It would certainly be easy for goblins to hide in all the refuse.
Broken. Do you think you can pack in footprints to some sort of centralized location?
You're very low. I turned you up at 150, but I still. Let's see. Let me see if I can turn you up.
Let me up myself too.
Let me bump it up to 200. Sometimes it's fine, and then sometimes it's quiet. So it's like,
Oh yeah, it kind of depends on the distance that I am.
Yeah, and if you turn your head a lot.
Yeah. I like to lean back in my chair and then lean forward and grab.
oh, so no headset. So you got a fixed microphone then.
I got a family that keeps calling me every randomly and crap. Gotta like, I just learned to
Don't
not
they
be.
know?
I know. Even when I tell them, though, like, I just gotta be ready to hear them. Oh,
Yeah, so we
thanks
can
for
go
the
out
rep.
and look around, check out some of these beds. I mean, I'm sure there's not going to be much here. It sounds like it's just a junkyard of.
Yeah. By the way,
stuff.
Tellian is AFK also, so we got 2 AFK.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, so it's just the
Yeah.
two of us or
Yeah,
three of us.
when you guys
So-
get to it, we're almost at a breaking point. I just need you to get to a specific spot. No pressure
Okay.
though.
So we'll just start wandering around, looking around, see if there's any, I don't know
Well,
what we're looking for. Just kind of.
I mean, it certainly doesn't look as though there's any like, uh,
No current occupants.
yeah. I mean, spoiler alert. Like going back to the journal, like talking about, anything that would allude to some sort of structure underneath the glassworks. Obviously, this is outside, so
Right, right. So this lower chamber, they must be referring to somewhere that's not here.
right.
Would seem that this was just an easy ingress into the city quietly
Yeah.
for the
On
goblins.
fork.
Can
So,
Roken like track where all these random footprints everywhere are going?
yeah, is there a way to see like where they came into this
I mean,
junkyard from?
possibly you would have to climb down the 30 feet of this cliff
Oh,
face
okay.
and get down into the junkyard to really
Oh, so the
get a
cliff is up. So we're in the cave is up above the looking over the.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are like you're like 30 feet up and you're just coming out of this like hole that looks out over the junkyard.
Well, I do have rope, and I'm fairly light. Is there anything to tie a rope to or around here?
Not really.
Not really, just rock, I would
Yeah.
assume.
Also, if you don't mind giving me a wisdom check real quick again, there, Roken.
Sure.
Expending them wisdom checks.
As long as it's not a. Oh, I missed the tower. As long as it's not an intelligence check, I'm okay.
You're like the exact opposite of Tulane.
Right, right. That's why we make a good team.
All right, so I mean, there does not appear to be anything to tie your rope to, unfortunately. You could certainly, have someone hold it, you guess, but no
I guess
no
we'd look
good
from up
anchors.
here and see if there looks like there's anything worth going down there for. Or
I
is it
mean, unless you want to pick up some scraps, I guess. From your current vantage point, it doesn't look like there's anything great. What was that?
Are we able to continue on the path up above the cliff at this point?
Well, the only other path would have been like about 1,000 feet back, where the tunnel forked.
yeah, we can
Yeah,
go back and
so
try out
back.
the other fork.
Yeah, but the only other way out of this area is down,
30 foot down. Huh?
30 foot down.
I guess
I
the back
vote.
background doesn't work.
Let's go right.
All right. So I'd like to hear. So you guys head back towards the fork, realizing there's more to explore, and you head the other direction, and you find that it winds down. It has this a pretty dramatic, steep downward incline, and it kind of wraps around back under the tunnel that you think you probably went, the other direction you went in. And you go down this guy for probably a good 800 to 1,000 feet. And we are actually going to take a break right
Yep.
Nice, ominous ambiance going on at the moment.
If it's cows mooing,
It's not cows mooing. So if you guys wouldn't mind, um, you are certainly allowed to move your tokens around wherever you want to within the borders of your line of sight here. Obviously, you can't stand on the walls, so if you need to move yourselves to the side, or if this marching order works for you, just let me know and we will move on. And
my biggest question would be: is there light down here?
there is not.
Then Ragnar would not be in the front. He'd be near the back, feeling the walls.
All right.
Since two of you guys were AFK last time, when we first went into the dungeon, I just want to repeat that Dolph's eyes glow yellow, and so does his chest, the gem in his chest.
Yeah.
And
So
Puddle has a faint glow coming from underneath.
yeah, what I will say about that is that's only going to illuminate like about a 3.
It doesn't illuminate anything. It's just
it's about 3 feet around you, so you could see them kind of, but you certainly can't see any terrain or anything worthwhile. So you guys are going to have to like, if you got torches, lanterns, what have you, let me know and who's carrying that, and then we can start uncovering these catacombs.
Oh, I mean, I'm leading, so maybe I should be weapon ready, and maybe our great barbarian can carry the torch. Actually, Tellian can carry the torch because he has.
What is this nonsense, Tulane? I need to get those. I need to get those effects from you. By the way, I don't remember what they were. So I was gonna add them, and I couldn't remember what the auras were. So I need to get my hands on that. I don't want to say code, but those strings.
Yes, it's in the documentation side.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll go look it up later. All right. So Doth is stepping forward. Doth basically has human vision, so.
Oh, he can't see either.
But he can't see either. Yeah.
So,
Why don't you guys light up
Doth
some
and I are
torches,
holding
man?
each other.
Yeah, let's go. Why you guys scared?
Lilyfuddle can see, but so
Ragnar
maybe
kinda-
Lilyfuddle can see inside Dog.
Yeah, Lilyfuddle can see fine, as can Tulane, and my concern obviously is Ragnar and Doth.
Ragnar can't see shit.
Can't see a damn thing.
Ragnar not have torches?
No.
Are you scared of fire?
Well, I use my sword with one or two hands, preferably be two, for more damage. Actually, no, not more damage. I guess. Oh no, I have a two-handed sword. That's why I don't have a fast sword. I have a two-handed sword, so I couldn't carry a torch to use my.
Sounds like you just nominated yourself as the torchbearer.
All right, I'll hold the torch, but don't expect me to swing a sword.
I will say, so Daria has the light spell. I know she's not here at the moment, so you may want to ask her if she would want to cast that. That should last forever.
Wait just a second.
It's not fair for me to like razz you guys when the one person that can cast it is not currently here.
She says at least now her character's useful.
Oh. All right, so
Flash. Got it.
So Daria, since really Ragnar's the only one they can't see in the dark, Daria casts light on Ragnar's sword.
Oh jeez.
There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on you.
If you guys hear this noise,
Like
I'm over here swinging my sword, making noises.
That's not the case. All right.
What's the distance on the spell?
Oh, just moved it.
What's the distance?
It is. I'm looking. 20-foot radius globe, so like forever.
Oh wow, yeah,
God,
that is.
That's super huge.
I
That puts that like
as big as mine.
Yeah, basically makes torches obsolete. All right. So I'm not going to really concern myself too much with it, but if you want to adjust accordingly. All right, so Dots, since you're moving up here, you can now see, and I'm not going to get too into the weeds on like how much you guys can actually see here, because I only give so many fucks. As you come in here, you see that this cavern, it looks rather old, but it definitely looks man-made. Like this is definitely dug out. It is not like any kind of natural cavern. And I mean, I made Roken roll earlier, but I mean, you guys could all tell these were not natural caverns coming under the Glassworks. And Doth, as you come up into the area here, you see this one lone creature just step up and around the corner here. About the time that the light from this spell, there you go, kind of emerges. God, that's huge. And it only sees Doth. It looks over in his direction and hisses. And I need you guys to roll initiative.
Of course.
Yeah, fun fantasy.
For a minute there, I thought someone was watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
As Baldur's Gate, don't offend me. All right.
Okay, picture a shit battle in that movie and tell me that this could not feel that way.
It certainly could. It's just that epic. Alright, so only Daria hasn't rolled. I'll go ahead and roll for her. And I'm gonna assume she's not gonna, she's kind of in the back anyway, so roll her footman's mace here. Oh! And my creature gets to go first. Alright, so it just like steps around the corner here, sees Doth, and let me lock tokens. Whoa. And it just saunters over here to plow into some Doth.
Do you have a full-size image of that?
I do not. You know what though? I do actually. I take that back. I might. You want to see what it looks like?
Yeah, I zoomed in and I still really am not. I can't. You know.
Yeah. So
Is
I
it a
mean,
werewolf?
that's
Is
not
it a ghoul? I don't know. I can't tell.
So this is what it actually looks like, if you want to know.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So it has these really long arms that come down. It's almost ghoul-like in nature, but it has this kind of like predator butterfly jaw that opens up and this tongue just slides down.
That's not good.
Have fun with
Yeah.
that.
That's horrific.
Yeah. So yeah, so it swings or just lunges at you, Doth, with this big arm, comes down, rakes across the plate of your metallic body, I guess, and that just screeches across, and then the other arm comes by and just smacks right upside the head. And Doth is going to take a little bit of damage here. Not a whole lot. Doth is super strong now. And Tulane, you're up.
So now that I can see it, my initial roll was just initiative because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I am going to step up and try to hit it with a longsword.
Okay.
You stepped into the wall.
We'll say that's like the corner of the wall there. I'll let that one slide.
Oh wow, okay.
Doesn't matter, I missed anyways.
Yep. So you dance over there
Dance.
and bring your blade across, missing horribly. Lilyfuddle, what are you doing?
Lilyfuddle is immediately withdrawing back to Daria.
What a candy ass. Alright, so Lilyfuddle runs away, strategically.
She's
What is
strategic.
Doth doing?
Doth is gonna club her alien predator fin sponsor. Puts his mace to the head. Go for it.
They look like the strain, is what they look like.
Oh yeah.
I think there was also some.
Our luck continues.
Yeah.
By the power of level 2, I will smite thee.
And you miss. Broken.
All right. So from here I can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, so I don't have to move to shoot at it.
Yeah, the light spell is messing with your eyes. You were just starting to get focused with the infravision, and then this went off, and it's like, ah!
All right, so I'll just stay where I am and fire away.
I gotta see it.
All right, number one.
Elf of many arrows.
My future's so bright. Gather that shade.
So that was a hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, real quick,
Oh,
before you roll damage there, you
Yep.
do have a -4 to hit.
oh, sorry. Yeah.
So, you hit an AC of 3. Let me just double check.
Yeah.
That is going to be a miss.
Okay, so I should do -4 for the next.
Yeah, on the next one,
two.
go ahead and roll
Okay.
a -4.
All right, I clicked it on the down below modifier, so it should put it in this time.
And that is also a miss.
Mhm.
All right, so your
I get
arrows
3?
fly by.
For the
Yes,
specialized.
correct.
Okay. Okay, let's try one more. Come on.
And that is a hit.
There we go. And let's see, am I within 30 feet? 5, 10, 15. Would look like it, right?
If you here, I got you. Hold on.
Yes, there. Yeah, 20. Yeah. So
20 feet. Yeah, if you
20
hold
feet.
control and click on them, not only will it target them, it should tell you how far away you are.
So I do my +2 for that for the close.
Correct.
All right, and
And
then
you all,
drop that.
yeah.
All right.
I think you also have precision, right? So I think we gave you that. So actually, I take that back. You should have hit twice, but we'll move on.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I forgot about the 30 feet. All right, so you do land an arrow into the creature, and it hisses at you, and like its butterfly mouth is opened up, and you just see drool like pouring out, since there's no lower jaw to sustain this liquid. And Daria is still AFK, I think. So
She's cheerleading right now.
all right, so
Yeah.
she's yelling, "Go team!" Ragnar,
Waiting for
what are you doing?
damage.
Yeah.
Step aside. Let a warrior show her this is done.
All right. So you step up with your glowing sword.
Look right out and go, Obi-Wan never told you about your father.
Oh, you're one of these alt spinners. All right.
And a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll for
Yeah.
damage.
Oh.
Ah. Dang, man.
Dang.
Took him out in one hit.
9
You
damage
did.
sucks at low levels. All right. So Ragnar steps up and immediately cleaves this creature right down at the center of its face, and it falls to the ground, dead.
Kind of like the Darth Maul scene.
Lily Fuddle gasped at that. In his glorious might as he fell the creature.
Well done.
Well, finally, something that's not a goblin.
All right. So I mean, just beyond this, you know, there's this cavern that kind of opens up. It goes into a dead end. It looks as though this was some sort of sentry, and you have easily taken care of it. So what would you guys like to do?
Continue forward.
All right, well, I'm gonna unlock you. You can move wherever you want. Yeah, there's nothing else to reveal over here to Lane, or reveal rather to Lane. It's just appears to be a dead end, may or may not be.
If it looks like it, I'm just gonna go back then.
Okay. I like the aura because lets me know how far you guys can see. I don't have to reveal any more map than I need to. So many
So-
uses.
Yeah.
Can
And
you
it would work
attach the
for.
auras? Can you attach it to an effect so you could drag it and drop it?
That's what I did.
Oh, nice. So I'll just make torch
That's
effects.
the way they work. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You can also attach things to it,
The only
like
question I have is shouldn't that actually be circular and not square? Because that gives off more than 20 when you.
that's a good question. That is a very good question. Unfortunately, Fantasy Grounds does not support anything but a square.
Bullshit. Kick him in the
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah.
It's better. It's better.
I
than
don't
nothing.
disagree.
All right, so we'll just say that Daria cast Diamond Dazzle. Yeah. Diamond shaped light. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can still limit the range by the corners there.
So the other thing
Right.
I was going to say is you can, the auras work like effects. So if you, like that aura that's on him, it affects none, so it won't have an effect if some other tokens in there. But if you have it set to friend or foe or all, you can do like you can with the if target things. You can just say like
Right.
attack 2 or attack -2 if they're in the aura and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know about that. We'll definitely be
Okay.
getting into those later. Yeah. There's some creatures that deal damage when you get close to them, and I will make full use of those.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It makes it harder for me to forget to apply damage to you guys. All right, so Doth, I mean, you can't see really beyond because the light spell messes with your eyes. All right, so yeah, as long as Ragnar here keeps moving forward, I will keep revealing stuff because his light affects infravision. You can't have both going at the same time.
Right.
Are you moving Daria, Ragnar?
No, someone else moved.
Oh, well, thank you, whoever's
I
doing
did.
that.
It was broken. I just figured I'd bring her along.
Yeah, great job.
I
Thank
trying
you.
to see if I could actually do it, and then not
Yeah,
like,
you can move.
So,
You can
actually,
move the
question,
token.
Doth, do you want me to stay out of your infravision, or the elves and stuff stay behind you?
Well, Doth doesn't have infravision. Lilyfuddle does.
Okay, so Lily and the elves do too.
Yes, obviously, yeah.
So
Everybody except you and Doth.
but
you
we
guys
have
want
to
me
be
to
get so far away from you
Doth
from it that
has-
it would basically split us all up. So we might as well just suffer the
Okay.
penalty.
Yeah, neither of the frontliners have infravision.
I'm just waiting for him to get ahead to where the light isn't gonna, so I can look down that hallway.
Yeah, you and me both.
Need to get them some infravision goggles.
Well, so the question is do we want to go straight ahead or go to the right?
You know I love going left.
Because I will not be your glow stick.
Yeah, we
Dang,
know
I
John's
I cannot say how much I love this aura enough because normally I would just show you guys the whole damn corridor.
Damn it, we made his job easier.
I know, right?
Outsmart him. Outsmart
Now you guys are forced to make decisions.
him.
We're going this way.
All right.
I rolled below 10 left, above 10 straight ahead. So I just start walking this way. And of course, Tulane goes his own damn way.
No. I'm just gonna look that direction and I'm gonna follow you guys. I just can't do that when you're there.
Human's not good enough for you.
All right. So up ahead,
Ah, Doc, jeez,
These
get out of
guys.
my head.
all right. While you two figure the token issue out, Ragnar,
Yeah,
as you step up here, you see that the original purpose of this chamber is unclear, but large mounds of rubble lie strewn about the floor. The wall to the west has been torn down to reveal a tunnel that's obviously the direction you came from, leading to the west. I don't know why they wrote that, but like, there's no other way you could have really came from here. There is also a door to the north.
Old door.
Yeah, door and rubble. What is that?
That's
That
improvision. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's why I drew that line, hoping it would trigger, but I just looking and then I'm gonna go follow.
All right, so I mean, you can only see. Obviously, there's still walls to contend with, but you can see that far.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, so you got a bunch of rubble up here, Ragnar. What do you want to do?
I pointed out the door.
All right,
I know how adverse you guys are to doors.
We don't have a rogue. Of course we're adverse to doors. Wait, Lilyfuddle's short. Let her go through. Most crossbows are aimed at chest height for humans.
You must be mad if I'm gonna let her go first.
Well, I'm opening the door.
All right, make a reflex save. Oh. Those don't exist here. 2E. All right, so you open the door. There is a hallway that continues on for a little while, and then it turns to the left.
Behold.
What direction? I'm trying to find the compass. Oh, they did this right. So north is up. Okay, good enough. I hate when they flip the map. Shit's obnoxious.
Ravenloft.
Yeah, I mean, I know there are some maps in this campaign where that is also going to be a thing. All right, so again, the corridor continues on for several feet and then appears to turn to the north. And you are in the dark.
Hey, walk face first into that.
Up your eyes and the glow, the warm glow.
Yeah. Dot's eyes are like just going crazy right now. In and out of darkness. Crazy. All right.
Ragnar, since you're the library, why don't you go?
Hey, that's a good idea. I'll take a look down the right as far as I.
Okay. You don't see a whole lot.
I noticed, and then I'll kind of come up here just a little bit to look that way.
All right. So now I gotta do like weird shapes.
Yay! Mess with the
I know,
thing.
right? So, also, wait, we'll just do that. You see a red marble statue of a strikingly beautiful but at the same time monstrously enraged human woman who stands in the middle of this room. Her stony expression is twisted in fury. The woman wears flowing robes, and her long hair is held back from her face by an intricate headdress of hooks and blades. In her left hand she carries a large book, the face of which is inscribed with a seven-pointed star. Her right hand holds a glittering metal and ivory ranseur. And then there's a door to the north.
If I had blades and hooks in my hair, I'd be that angry too.
Who's got religion?
7-pointed star, something bad.
Behold, a door.
Anybody got a religion up in this bitch? I know Daria does, but she doesn't get to roll because she's not here.
I do. Elven.
Elven, not good enough.
Right. That's a...
So there are basically two types of religions. There's religion Berunium, and then there's religion of whatever your race is. So
I'll look down this hallway while he's out of, blocked. His light source is blocked.
oh, okay. Yeah. It is a little tough to see the mask with all the glows, so just let me know if like there's any hiccups in the line of sight. Should be fine though. I can kind of tell.
Yes, you're missing a giant area.
Yeah, yeah.
All of that should be exposed to my Nope. Okay.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not that bad.
Kind of like that whisper effect.
Yeah.
Every air talks to me.
Yeah, it's very ominous in this place, like evil, if you will. You feel uneasy traveling about. So as you're progressing through this hallway, Ragnar, these stairs appear to be ascending every 5 to 10 feet or so.
Then Ragnar remembers ascending means up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was more of a comment for you, not so much as Ragnar.
Okay.
All right, and then you find a door to the east of you.
Haha, behold, a door.
How
The
amusing.
pain of every campaign.
I'll turn around and realize I gotta open it because I got a line of people behind me. Well, why not?
So you're opening this door?
I don't see no one else volunteering to.
All right.
I could.
Well, now you say that.
Yeah, so in the middle of this room, waters ripple quietly in this circular stone pool, the rim of which is lined with skulls. And there's a door on the east side.
Aha, behold, a door, Doc. And I will slowly shut this one behind just in case.
And leave the other guys in darkness.
No. Go for it, Doc, since you are closer than I.
Opening. Do I have to stand in front of the door, or can I be up to the side?
Turn to Roke and be ready to run.
Doth.
Always.
Yeah. Doth, I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
Don't sound so enthusiastic.
Because he knows he's got to make a save.
No,
Yeah,
no
no.
save. I need you to make a surprise check for me.
That sounds like a save. All right. Where's the
I mean,
surprise?
similar. Surprise is on the actions tab. Right up there by turn and whatever the hell else is up there.
Oh, there it is. Surprise.
Especially Mr. Bowman would say that because he can hamstring it from a distance.
Who did I lose? Oh, Daria. All right, you are not surprised.
You cannot surprise one that has already seen everything.
So since you are not surprised, as this thing descends down upon you. Oops. The right command in there. Not skipped, it's skip. I need you all to roll initiative. The creature still gets to go first, but you are not surprised. So you won't get the penalties inherent there. And I will explain to you in a second what you see.
You're going to have to roll with the Daria.
Oh, yeah. She's hanging out back here, so do her footman's mace roll. All right, so this creature comes down, and it is shrouded in blackness. It has black wings, black bat-like wings, and some strange fiendish head. Tentacles dangle from its chin and scalp, and its fanged mouth hangs agape.
What? Okay, wait. A picture, please.
I don't have. Maybe I do have one. Let me see.
Flying Cthulhu.
Why you guys want so many pictures of my stuff here?
Because I'm just trying to put together what you just said.
I think there's
That's
one in the
like
monster manual.
Cthulhu.
Usually
I don't know if there's
these-
one of this.
Oh,
No.
Jesus.
Pretty sure there is.
Oh, it's a ghetto beholder.
It was nice knowing you, Lily.
Yeah.
No.
So this thing descends down upon you, and as it does so, if I remember correctly, oh, they don't have that I'm thinking of something else. Lucky for you. I thought these had like a screech attack, but fortunately for you, they don't. Oh no, they do. There it is. I knew this. So, everybody within 60 feet, except for others of this creature who hear the shriek and can clearly see the creature. So that's going to be Ragnar, Lilyfuddle, and Doth can all clearly see it. I need you all to make a saving throw versus paralyzation. If you wouldn't mind. Let's see them failures. You're all level 2. I should see a lot of
There
them.
you go, Ragnar.
Ragnar ain't failing today. Jesus.
Nice.
Lilyfuddle. Come on, Doth. Let's see them.
Lilyfuddle is too
Let's see them
terrified
gears
to be
seize
paralyzed.
up. Yeah. Alright, so we just need a paralyzation save out of Doth here.
I thought I just threw it up there.
He's
Yeah,
safe.
yeah, I threw it up there.
Oh, did he save? Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Yeah, see, if
You are the
you
lucky
used
people that come to
audio
the
overseer, you could trigger those things to make sounds.
Yeah. Then I have to use, what is it? Sirenscape.
You can use VLC if you really want to.
What is it?
VLC?
I'll look
You
it
really
up.
want to do local stuff, yeah.
Can you guys hear it though, or?
I thought I heard something.
It would depend on how you did it. I mean, if you ran it through clean feed, we could.
Clean feed.
Actually, I just turned rhythm down after the cow movie, and I had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're
Making me
missing
want
out on
T-bones.
missing out on the great battle music. All right, so none of you are stunned as the creature shrieks, which means, Tulane, it's your turn.
Again, since I was outside of the thing and I didn't see it until
You
now,
hear the
I just
shriek,
rolled
but
basic.
yeah.
Yeah, I just rolled basic initiative. Can I use my signature thing and just zap it with it? A signature spell?
Well, no, because the creature is still up, like. It's
Oh, so I
higher than
can't
the-
see it.
Yeah, it's higher than the door. If you could see it, you would have had to make a save.
Gotcha.
Make
Wow.
my recovery.
I want to herd Daria up to the group because I really don't want to leave her back here by herself, but I don't know. I will move into the room, I guess.
Okay. All right, now you can obviously see the beast as you come in. You did have to move through 3 people, so that's going to add another 15 points of movement.
Oh,
That's bringing you
45
to
feet.
about 45 feet, yeah. But you could, what do you got, 12? 120 feet? You can
Yeah,
still
move
make a
base is
move.
12.
Yeah, you can still perform an action, though it's pretty high up there. So unless you have a ranged attack.
I have
Now,
spells, but I don't know how you do movement and spells.
half movement is okay, as long as, like, you know, it's not a full round cast or something crazy.
Yeah, this is my signature magic missile, so I'll do that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll let you do that. It's a quick spell. I mean, you're gonna probably draw the ire of this creature, but yeah, you fire a magic missile at it, ending its screech. And Lilyfuddle, what would you like to do?
Lilyfuddle will definitely do what Lilyfuddle does best. She's gonna
Run
scream,
away! Run away!
scamper on all fours between Ragnar's legs, zip by Roken, and go and hug Daria.
All right, so she moves back there by Daria, and then now that it's officially round 1, the creature. Well, it was going to attack Doth, however, after getting blasted by a magic missile, it's not very happy about that. So, it's going to try to bite you, Tulane. Nice. Nat 20.
Yeah.
-3 is certainly over 5.
Now keep in mind that my AC is not 6.
Right. Alright, so you take a pretty substantial amount of damage as this thing bites you, and unfortunately, this also happens. As you feel this, the bite, this black substance is just dripping from its vein or its teeth as it bites you, and you feel this like tar-like substance moving into the open wound.
Right now we need that zombie. Like,
And Ragnar, what do you want to do?
So it's within reach now.
Yes, it has come down and bit into the shoulder of Tulane.
Stand aside, I shall deal with this.
And super lucky on the poison there, Tulane, and it's only 1 round. Alright, so you step up here and miss.
No, I
Right.
was cleaning my blade from the last battle. I'll be ready to hit it next.
Alright, so Doth steps over here. This is basically all happening simultaneously. He stepped over to open the door, this thing came down, and what does he want to do?
do what Dolph does best and just swing.
Is that what he does best?
Not really.
Take damage. I thought
Opening
that was
doors
what he did.
is best.
I think that's accurate. Alright, go ahead and make your attack there, Doth.
Alright.
Oh, you hit. There you go.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
It might be what he does best.
Maybe. Alright, some decent damage. You slam your mace into the creature. And then, Roken, you can now see the creature you got.
I can see it. Okay.
As long as you're within 30 feet, you will not receive your -4 penalty.
All right. So I'm good to just roll the normal.
This is correct, yeah.
Okay. So I'll just start firing away here. So let's see. Here's one.
I'm feeling Roken is going to finish my creature off here. At least I got to bite Tulane, so.
Let's see. Oh, wait. Forgot my +2.
Oh man, this guy's running out of arrows too.
Yep. That's. Oops,
The
wrong
downside
one.
of firing 3 arrows in a round is you need a lot of arrows.
Yes.
Isn't he able to like cover his arrows?
Hmm?
Don't
You
recover-
can try to recover arrows, but I believe Roken was
He does not.
stating
Nope.
that he doesn't do it because he's a fucking prima donna. So
Yep.
Oh.
Oops. Wrong die. So here's
only the best arrows for Roken.
Yes. Each arrow has its purpose.
Oh, okay.
Once fired. That one's a
Arrow was
miss.
good this part.
And then one more. And then I'll be.
As the arrow flies by, watch where you shoot him, Leaf Wiper.
If it was Castles and Crusades, every miss I would have him roll against everybody in combat till he either hits or misses everybody. I love that rule. Also in a straight line too. All right, so many arrows are fired, and 2 of them find purchase. One of which lands right in the eye of this gruesome-looking creature as it falls and splashes in the water below.
Wasted good water.
So it's a well, not a fountain?
Did I say well? I think I said water below, right?
Yeah, you said water below, so I don't know if that means he fell 30 feet and hit the water, or he fell
Well,
to
at this
the
point-
fountain and hit the
at this-
water.
Yeah, at this point he's only like 5 feet or so above it, and the arrows have come down and caught him. So
I'm gonna look curious at Roken, curious at the creature, the back of Roken, and go, "Who are you?"
You've been able to hit the targets lately. You're not the Rokeland we know. No, I'm kidding. Anyway,
I guess my hand hit better in the dark. Well, sort of dark.
he must be closing his eyes.
Yeah. Yes, that's
No, where were we? Yes, Doc, the door.
So just so we're clear, this is not like a well or anything. It's just a pool. And as the creature like falls into it, it doesn't like sink out of view or anything. It just kind of splashes in the water, and most of it is still visible. It looks like the pool is pretty shallow, maybe 6 to 8 inches deep at most.
So anyone know what the thing is?
Well, Tulane's going to reach in and grab it and pull it out.
It's pretty heavy. It weighs in the neighborhood of like 60 to 70 pounds, but you pull it out, and it has a slimy texture to it, especially now that it's wet. It has these tentacles just, all over its head, if you will. And it just looks like something out of nightmares. It's just horrific.
I'll take a few moments to look at it and just kind of examine it because I'm assuming he has never seen anything like that.
Yeah, none of you have ever seen anything like this.
Well, it's not like it's gonna hold gold inside.
So after I get through examining that, looking in the pool, is there anything in the water other than
It's
maybe some
rather
blood?
murky from this like kind of burgundy blood that oozes from the creature, but there doesn't appear to be anything of worth within the pool.
Keep moving, gents.
yeah. Can we look up and see the ceiling? We can verify there's nothing else up above.
Yeah,
Like,
so
how
I
tall
mean,
is this room?
it's hard to see how tall it is. Well, actually, not so much because Ragnar's in the room and it's got this light spell. So it looks like this thing is like a cylindrical. Wow, I can't say that word. Cylindrical room that goes up, and it goes up about 30 feet, and then just like it's flat.
Oh, okay.
Very odd room, but it looks like the creature was probably just chilling up there. And then you guys came in and decided to try to eat you
Woke it up and got its attention. Gotcha.
for sure.
Tulane even get hurt as far as
Tulane did get hurt a little bit. He got bit.
alright, I'm gonna open up the door. Or I already have it.
All right, so you open up the door, and I'm not gonna like really get into the weeds on the light spell here, but you see another door about 15 feet or so up ahead as the stairs continue to ascend upwards.
Hi.
Your turn, Ragnar.
Good job, Doc. There's a door. Check it.
Let me unlock you guys here.
Wait, you did this one. I'll be nice. I'll check this door.
So you're opening this door or just looking at it?
Crying outside, then I open it.
Okay.
I swear,
Alright.
there's a wizard on the other side that drops a fireball in that center room. Weird.
Alright.
Stairs. They lead down.
For sure.
What's this?
Yeah. So these stairs do in fact lead down. However, about the point like here-ish, they are completely caved in. There's an exorbitant amount of rubble in the way, large stones. It looks like Oddly enough, it looks like the rubble was placed here.
Well, if it was placed, should we remove it? Might be hiding something. But how long does it look like it would take us to do that?
I mean, that can only be answered by trying to remove it. Because as it is, like, you see just basically a wall of rubble. There's no way to, like, ascertain how long that would take without actually trying to remove it. And you could indefinitely be removing rubble. Or it could take 30 seconds, who knows.
This rubble looks artificially placed here, but I don't know. Dealing with Fatrix, could be fake. Touch it.
Yeah, it is solid.
All right, Dolphin.
I'm gonna try to just clear out a few stones just to see.
All right,
Just
so
to see it.
yeah, you remove some boulders. Let's say you remove like, I don't know, 3 feet or so worth. Some of the rubble comes back down and kind of problematic, but as far as you digging, there's no end to it. At least for the short amount of time.
This is why you always take the left.
Doth, your doors suck. And we'll just start heading back. So
Like a
I'll
good
head
job
back to
for
the
the
A-
for
I'll
sheriff
head
and
back to
his
the Angry Lady
cronies.
statue. Exactly.
What was
Give
that,
them-
Ruckin?
Give them something to do.
So it'd be good job for the sheriff and the kids.
Oh, clearing out rubble.
They can clear rubble. We'll send them down here.
Yeah.
We
All
cleared
right,
the
so
way.
yeah, so you got another door here.
Till I stood on Daria's head. So. Jesus. She'll just stay back. Everyone like going to the same school.
Actually, give me a second. Everybody who's in the room, I should have done this earlier. Could you all give me a wisdom check?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna roll for Darius too, and then I don't know if she'll give a shit, but we'll see. Daria, not Darius. Wow, Lilyfuddle. It looks like everybody succeeds.
Wow.
So, as you guys come into the room here, you're not sure why you didn't notice it before. Probably because the DM didn't notice or didn't, realize that he should have mentioned it. But the statue is made of stone. However, and the book that's in the statue's hands, but the ransuer that it's holding is certainly not. That looks like a legitimate weapon that has just been placed in the hands of the statue. So do with that what you will.
What kind of weapon?
It's a ransuer.
I have no clue what the hell that is.
It's a pole arm that's more of a slashing pole arm than a piercing pole arm. So it has like a thin blade on the top that you would use to like slash down on your opponents.
Oh, okay.
It's quite long.
It's good for making horse kebabs.
Yeah, the entire weapon's probably 6 feet in length. Far too big for a gnome.
Yeah.
No, I say we give it to Lily and watch her run crazy.
No, I don't even. I mean, do we get better? Do we learn new weapon proficiencies as we level up over time?
Yeah, of course. Like every few levels, obviously there are some class restrictions on learning weapons, but yeah, depending on your class, you will get the opportunity to learn new weapons.
Okay. So.
Thanks for the follow, Luxfire. 22.
It does look like a nice Ragnar horse skewer.
We are playing AD&D. DM is running.
If no one takes it,
Rise of the Runelords converted to AD&D 2.
It easily slides out.
If you have any questions, be sure to
certainly
ask.
like the statue was created first with this gap, this kung fu grip, if you will, where the pole arm was then slid into the grip, and it just kind of balances there on the pedestal of the statue. statue. That's the sake talking.
I was about to ask how much have you had to drink tonight?
My tongue feeling a little heavy. And
Statual, I like that.
Statual is a new word. As long as I can see, we're good.
I don't
Reading,
know
on the
how
other
I'm
hand,
agreeing
we're
with
screwed.
Hmm?
Long as he can see, he's good, but reading, we're screwed.
I'll do my best.
You can improv.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we check this door or do we check the tunnel below us? I say we flip the gnome. Heads, door, tails.
Lily Fuddle claps excitedly. Flip, flip, yes!
You said, just so I'm clear, you said Doth is taking the Ransour?
Yeah, I guess if there's some sort of way I can hold it as an inventory item.
Yeah, comes right on out, and I put it in your inventory for you.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
So we
check
have this door, Doth.
Of course,
Do-
Ragnar's thinking in the back of his head, yes, there is nothing wrong with taking weapons from evil-looking statues. Perfectly normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what could go wrong?
Exactly.
I was cringing as he did
Absolutely
it,
nothing.
waiting for the trigger.
Me too.
All right. Oh, you know what? While I'm at it,
Make another
unfortunately,
save.
Ragnar.
Oh, wisdom
No, no.
check.
Well, I'm just looking at what characters we have here. Tulane, why don't you go ahead and make an intelligence check?
Okay.
Oh, you picked the right elf for that.
Right. Any excuse I can to give you guys as much information as I can. Tulane, you notice that the book that the statue is holding has an engraving on the cover of it, which is known as a Sahedron ruin, or rune rather, which is basically mage speak for the seven-sided star that designates the seven schools of magic.
So I would imagine she's not a specialist. That would be my takeaway.
Sure. All right, and Doth, you said you're opening this door?
Yeah.
Okay. And I hate when I like move something and then it takes away my mask revealing stuff. I try to reveal a mask and it just moves the map around. 3 years and I haven't been able to defeat that. All right, so so this door opens up, and this is mostly for those that can see into the room, not so much Dot. But you see that there is a large chamber. It was obviously once a prison, as testified by the 20 or so cells that line the room's perimeter. A rickety wooden platform overlooks the room, with 2 flights of stairs descending into the prison floor 10 feet below. A 5-foot wide wooden walkway runs from the northern edge of the platform to a passageway to the east.
Well, here. Kind of, to the not down the middle, damn it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and open some of this up while you guys kind of get yourselves in a position, because I'm
Oh, a
fairly certain.
bathroom.
I know, right? You can't come in that way.
I was just going to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't come in that way? It looks like there's an opening right there.
You could certainly try to climb up there, but
Ah,
yeah.
okay. So
But
it's a
you
ledge.
you're gonna have to wallow through the muck and mire to get up there. So that's at your discretion. All right, and just so I can be done with revealing this room, because I'm not that anal retentive. Oh, we got a line over here. That's gonna bother me. Get rid of that. All right, so here is the room. Here's the rickety walkway as the description annotated.
Is that a
And
path right there?
So that's a walkway that leads into a corridor, and then anything off of that is 10 feet below, and then there are these stairs on either side that head down to the floor level. This walkway is shanty is probably not a strong enough word to explain how badly constructed this walkway
Lex,
is.
the Aura stuff is actually in production now.
Goblin
He
handiwork.
doesn't run a test channel for this
Or
game.
very old. It's hard
So
to
all
say.
the stuff that we're
the
doing
wood,
is
the wood is shit.
in the live game right
There's
now.
lots of cracks. There's
If you
boards
go
that
to the
obviously
document
fell,
site,
long ago.
you click like this question
It
mark
may
on a
be
character sheet or something else,
serious
it'll load
safety
up
hazard
the
to walk
wiki,
across it.
and you can go to the effects section.
OSHA would not be happy to see this walkway.
So we send the heaviest party.
I'll send you a link. Hold on.
You kid me? With most places, if you pay OSHA enough, they look the wrong other way anyway. And trust me, I know a place I used to work at. No way you would pass an OSHA inspection. Trust me, I know I had to fix half those problems. No way you would pass it, but somehow we got our OSHA.
And you'd always see the OSHA guy at the casino the next day, like big ballin'.
All right, so looks like the rest of the group is being skittish.
So that
You
link will
just have
take you
ropes.
directly to the
The
effects
dock.
section.
I
At
see
the
what's
bottom,
out
you
of the
see the
light.
things that'll take you directly to
Once you're out of
aura
the light,
examples.
it's much easier to get a bird's eye view of the rest of this room. Give me a wisdom check, Roken.
Okay. Play to my strength here.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Here, hold on.
My only complaint, and this is not something I can fix, is that you can only do squares. But for now, that's all that the API will allow. It doesn't have circles or cones or anything. It's just square straight up. But
What was that?
I like it.
Hey everyone, I think I saw something under the walkway. Let's have that light up here.
Yeah, that was actually pretty easy. There was
No,
a
just a
option to just disable the
You've been in glow sticks since we
hitbox
started this.
I'll just
of
walk right into
the
room,
widget,
struggling up like that.
and
Well,
I just
I don't
didn't
recognize
notice
that.
it whenever
Yeah,
I first
unless
started
you
using
wanna-
it and made it so
Unless
big.
you want to walk down the
The
stairs.
hitbox was super
that's a
huge,
10-foot
so-
drop.
Oh yeah, well then I will just stay on the platform.
All right, so the platform definitely complains under the weight of your massive girth.
Doth jump, why couldn't I?
No,
All right,
I'm gonna go down the stairs since Roken said something about.
So Lex, I gotta ask, do you use the new menus?
okay.
These?
Yeah, under the walkway. So.
Yeah, I was gonna go use the toilet earlier too. That circle in the floor. I know what Doth's really doing.
All right.
with-
So you guys are moving into the room. Doth, you walk down the stairs, and Ragnar, as you step over onto the walkway and it creaks and complains by your barbarian mass.
How do you like 'em?
I need you to roll a surprise check for me. You are not surprised that some shit might go down.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, I still sometimes will
Apparently this
go to
place
the
is
right
chock
side of the
full
screen, but
nonsense. So
I mean, I guess it'll take some getting used to, but it's definitely for
Roken,
me.
you
It's
are the
been
first
easier to
see
use once
this,
I
so
have.
you're kind of out of position because there's this balcony between you and the creature.
I really, this is a bit.
As
It
two
sounds
more
silly,
of
but
these,
I like this the most.
Freaking
Having all the reference manuals for
predator-looking
every
creatures
module I've
climb
loaded
up
just
from
automatically
underneath
there.
the
I don't have to
rickety
do anything with
walkway
it.
up to Roken, and since he did not fail his surprise check, we will just have everybody roll initiative.
It looks like it is time to wet my lip.
Yeah. Yeah, you see two of these things crawling up towards you, drool dripping, and I gotta roll for Daria.
I will look at it. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
All right, Lily Fuddle, what are you doing?
Well, the
amidst
problem
all
is
of
if
this?
you if you just roll your mouse across that, it'll cover up menus that you may not like. Right, the way I have this set up.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch any of that.
Oh, standing in shock.
For me, I know when I click
Okay.
they'll show up, but if I just
Then
like mouse up
Roken,
here, it's
do you
going to
see
get
these
over something
creatures?
and get
Well,
in
we'll
the
say
way.
you could see number 2, but what
Right.
is this? Yeah, number 13 is still kind of climbing up under the.
It would do the same thing
boards.
if you moved it over
Oh,
something else
based on
too.
where he's standing, he decided.
We're going to
draw
try to
his
figure out how to
longsword,
make it to where
take it down
it will also
way here
be able to go up instead of just
Okay.
down.
and see if we can.
But like if you
down
move
over
these
this way.
to the bottom,
Alright.
so you move them
Attack this
down here
guy.
or something. I don't know why you'd want to, but
All right.
and then have it open up. Right now it won't open down
I'm
up,
gonna
so it'll
slide-
look terrible.
Actually, I'm gonna move this guy just a skosh. All right, go ahead and.
I wish I could
Make your
detect
attack
the
roll.
edges of the windows so that I could make it do that automatically, but right now
That
there's
is
just
it.
no API calls to figure that out.
All right, so you just come over here, slice into the beast's calf as it's trying to climb up, and its head snaps around
Yeah,
at
it's
you
kind
and
of
hisses
it's really hard to.
and drops a puddle of
There's
drool
some
on the
API
ground.
stuff that's just very basic.
Elaine,
That's
what do you
just
wanna do?
missing. I will charge straight at unidentified creature number 2 and swing at it with my blade.
All right,
And when I say charge, I mean move, not literally
Yeah,
charge, but
I got you. Man, my unidentified creatures are not getting to do a whole lot here.
are they large or medium?
They're medium.
Wow, look at that!
That's what I
I
like to
hit
see.
and I roll a 1. Oh, bite me!
All right.
I'm done.
Yeah, I got vaporized by a lightning bolt. You're not gonna get any sympathy out of me. All right, so
I didn't
this-
cheer it on either, did I?
that's true. All right, so this creature, as you slice into its calf, Roken, and then Tulane chops onto it. It drops as it drops. It just barely catches the edge of Tulane's blade, reducing the majority of the damage. And it just drops down on top of you.
So what I was saying
with
is,
its, slashing claws.
there's not a way to like detect the edge
Oops,
of the windows,
almost a little
so I
damage
can't know
instead
that
of
like if you
attacking.
put it down so far, it's like, oh,
One of
my
the
window
claws
won't
hits
open
you.
up far enough. It'll go past the size
All right.
and know to flip and start opening it up to the
And we got
top.
some good stuff
So I
here.
don't know
What
yet
happened.
how I'm gonna implement that. I may
As
just
one of the
have to
claws
put it
hits
on a
you.
right click and
Ah!
make it open upwards. But
And nat 20 on your save. All right, you feel your muscles spasm like they're about ready to seize, but you manage to get control of yourself and prevent that from happening. However, yeah, nothing else happens. No howevers. It does do some damage too. Did I not roll for damage? Let me do that. All right. Wow, 1. I'm gonna retire.
my
as
only
a DM. I swear to God,
concern
I have
is
the
that
worst
if
rolls as
they
a DM.
reset that menu
You
to
guys are
the
gonna be
top,
for an easy campaign.
they won't. It'll just open up to the top, and they wouldn't be able to get to it. But
No,
No.
I ran down there.
I don't know. I could
he
for
ran-
resetting
he
it to
ran down the stairs and
default.
attacked it as it was
I can
climbing
detect
up.
that because I'll know that it's position 0, 0,
Wait a minute, that dude's shooting in midair.
and then just reset
No.
it back to going down.
Now
I
that
guess.
creature is down on the
I know.
ground
I'll
level
have
with
to look at
Roken,
it and see.
trying to kill him.
It
Meanwhile,
may,
this one's gonna just go full on attack.
and if I do it, it'll
climbing up the 10-foot side.
the alphabetical will
That is
be
correct.
Okay, you just want to make sure
the
that's
same way it is now. So basically, I would just move the
Wow.
window
All right.
up
So
above
as
it.
it's coming up,
So
it's
the
slashing
alphabetical
at
will
you
be
and,
still from the
trying
top,
to
which
bite at you with this
from the
wicked-looking,
list it wouldn't be the it wouldn't
mouth of
flip
its-
and go the other
but
way.
it doesn't hit you.
I mean, I could, I guess,
And
but
it's your turn, Ragnar.
that would
What do you
seem
want to do?
weird.
As you see, Obi-Wan, I have become far more powerful.
Well, let's see you hit something.
Kill it.
That ain't gonna happen. That's why I'm talking shit.
Oh, okay.
Gee,
The light spell is throwing off his balance.
Yeah.
I used to think on that light.
finally got it targeted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
these
have
tokens
like
are
a,
weird.
Ooh, I hit.
I'm like having a
a
weird time
transparent
targeting them.
background, so you really got to make sure that you see the tooltip when you're trying to target them.
Yeah,
Actually,
these
I
are
just-
super weird to target.
Yeah, I just gave
Yeah.
up in the combat tracker. And
It's
now-
my fault when I was making the tokens. I didn't realize that transparent tokens were going to be such an issue.
And now you die.
Yeah. All right. So you hit the creature and damage it pretty decently, but it
You were
is
supposed
up
to
on.
die.
Yeah, it didn't die. It is on the ledge of this balcony with you, and
No.
poor Doth has made it down these stairs only to witness this creature make it up the balcony, and he is now too low to. Well, he could run under actually, if he wants to readjust his move. This unidentified creature number 2 is on the ground floor. But 13 is up top.
Okay.
If you
Yeah, it's
start
not a
from the
good side
token
when we
and
see
drag again, it'll readjust your move.
Unidentified number 13. We only have 2 of them on the map.
Gonna move there. Back away. Wait, can I even reach that guy?
Say what?
I can reach that second creature, right? Number
Yeah, yeah. He is on the ground level, and you are underneath the balcony, so you're fine.
Okay,
There's no way for me to show elevation, so.
gotcha. That works for me.
Missing that third dimension.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, so you miss, and Daria. Well, I'll just ask Ragnar here. What would Daria be doing?
This map
during
is
a
actually
miss?
5 foot.
She would actually see if anyone needs to be healed and move into position for heal.
I
The
think
aura-
Tulane took a little damage, but not enough to be concerned about. I think for the most part,
The
group
aura
is in
that's
good
the
shape.
yellow one, I think is
She
20
would probably
feet.
try to get close to Tulane just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 20 feet. And the
Okay,
purple
so
one,
she'll move over
which
there,
is this
and
really
then
big one,
you
is
will roll
60
initiative
feet.
for the next round.
That's my infravision one. And I just did that to show him what it looked like.
Quickness on my weapon.
But it will change based on the map's setting. So if you set the up here at the top, there's that value where you can set the
So
unit
Tulane is
size.
up first,
Hold on a
and
second.
your target is now down on the ground, Tulane.
How far is it down?
10 feet.
I'll just jump down.
Like on top of the creature?
No. Why would I break my leg on squishy things?
Well, you have like, it's kind of a weird, you could certainly try to like, stage dive on top of it if you want to, but you also have Roken kind of occupying the only other space that is not, balcony.
So did he fall or something? Because I came
The
in and
creature-
attacked him right off the bat.
Correct, yeah. So as the creature was hanging and climbing up, Roken came and hit it in the calf, and then you came over and hit it, and as
Oh,
you did so,
gotcha.
it dropped down to attack Roken, so it is now on the ground floor.
My apologies. I will just use my. I'm gonna jump down and tumble, and get in a position that I can swing at it. And you tell me where that is and what I need to roll to do it.
All right, so what you can do is I will allow you to make a tumbling check if you want to make a simultaneous attack as you fall down, like basically near or on its space. If you make the check, you will land without taking any damage. If you fail, you will take 1d6 points of damage and fall prone. But if you pass, you'll get the attack and you will be there with no damage.
Right, so I made it.
Alright, so you made it, so go ahead and make your attack roll, and you'll essentially be like under the balcony, like right next to it.
God.
And you miss. But at least you don't take damage and you don't fall prone.
Thank you.
Roken.
Okay.
Oops.
Swing
Let me
at
move
this
this
guy
guy.
again. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so that's this one.
Oh.
Now the only thing to remember about the auras
Man, I
is
still forgot. Give me 1 sec. actually.
is that you may
So
think
it's
that
going on
they
this critical miss
are
scale where we can see
outside of the range. So like if there is a token,
all
That's what I get for
facts.
not using
and I
the
can't
bow.
do this because this is not my game, I'm a player, but if you're like touching
Lancing the
any
long
part
sword.
of the
I'm
aura
gonna
that they're
fix this right
touching
now 'cause I
will
was
make it
supposed to do
effective
last week,
against
but
that
I
thing.
forgot.
So if it's
I
right
have
at
a
10
critical
feet,
events table. I
it's
just need to
touching the
rename
aura.
it.
So if you have an aura that
What is the key? Fumble,
does
right?
some effect against them, it would affect them. So
And
some
it
people
should
get
roll
confused by that, but
unable to find table fumble. There. Now it should roll automatically. But for this time, ooh, your armor takes 1 damage. So I will add that.
Attack myself.
Yeah, you swing and it's awkward with Tulane falling. You're trying not to hit him. You pull back ever so slightly, and you actually catch a little piece of your own armor. Your armor takes a point of damage for this. All right, and that is your turn. Unless you want to move.
Yeah, maybe. But I think I'll move back because I'm going to give Tulane his space because he actually knows what he's doing with the blade. So I'll drop
all right.
back there.
Just so you know, if you move back, because
yes.
you are engaged in melee, he will get a free attack on you.
Yeah, I'll do it because I think we're gonna clear the space.
wait a minute. Has he attacked yet at all?
Roken did just attack.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So the creature, I'm going to give the creature an attack because he can't move defensively when he's attacking.
Right. And somehow he managed to damage his own armor with a bow and arrow.
No, he's
No,
using a
sword.
longsword at the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense.
All right, so you are moving back. The creature slashes out. Ooh, nice. He hits. Which
Still
is...
happy.
I've been getting wrecked. I need these. Oh, nice. You fail.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'll just go lie over here for a while.
Yeah, so...
Isn't that 2 botches, 2 ones in a row for you there?
Yes.
That is 2 1s.
He is an elf.
He rolled
That
one
is
for me.
never good.
Roken is
He
an
is
elf
an
if
elf?
that matters. Yeah.
It does
I
not
think so.
matter.
Okay.
No, it specifically states that elves don't matter in this instance. All right, so you swing and you're just like, well, I'm good. I've been nimble as an elf, and I'm gonna step back, and then
Right.
this claw just rips into you.
I'm cocky.
And
I'm an elf.
Yeah, you feel the touch of undeath enter into your circulatory system, and your muscles seize up, and you
Ooh.
cannot seem to move.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's certainly not good. With that, it is Doth's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna have to see if I can get some of this guy's aggro. Well,
Fortunately for you, Doth comes to the rescue. I'm pretty sure my creature is not going to survive this damage. He's like barely clinging to life here. And yeah. Doth just drops Footman's Mace right on the back of his head.
What?
They didn't call me the Green Fury back in the day for nothing.
They didn't. No, I'm kidding.
Alright, and what is Lily Fuddle doing during all of this?
Hiding behind Daria or Meredith. Daria is her name.
Oh, this is Lily Fuddle, not Daria.
No, Lily. She's gonna go hide behind Daria.
Oh, you're not speaking for Lily Fuddle?
just what I'm gonna do. This
Ever since the second campaign, he literally stated that he's gonna be.
Durno, that is a mistake. He needs to remove it. I mentioned it last camp. I don't know. He was doing something with somebody else, and yeah, I don't know why it's there.
Lily Fuddle is
He's got some. He does have some house
rule
rule for something, but I shouldn't have it because I wear no armor at
I
all.
just say Lily.
It's fucking horrible.
Oh yeah.
There's
I had
way too many L's.
I had a extra Bonifaticulus.
Yeah. I won't be attempting to say that. Alright, so this creature is going to attack Ragnar. Can I get a hit on
Definitely don't
Ragnar?
wear field plate.
Yes, I can. Ragnar
God, these
is,
people use these dark colored
also
dice with
paralyzed,
black
which
numbers.
means, Ragnar is about to get raped.
By the way, no one I can't see anyone's health bars adjusting, so I don't know how low people are.
Yeah,
That's right.
you should be able to see their health condition though.
I can
But
see
you
health
probably only see
bars.
it after the like next actor.
Yeah,
is-
if you actually look at my token on the board, you'll see that my line's down a little bit and I'm yellow.
Yeah, I just saw that, but like Telian and Broken, I think they got hit recently. I never saw their
They
body.
didn't take very much damage. It was
Yeah, I think I
very
had 3 points out of 19, so it's
poor
barely down.
rolls. Yeah, not enough to like change a color.
Gotcha.
All right, but however, Ragnar here appears to be getting ripped into by this creature on the balcony, and Daria. What is Daria doing during this, Ragnar?
But
Yeah, I had my orange dice with black numbers, but the white is a little better. I don't know. I can. I mean, orange will go with either one of them. So.
mhm.
Hey, we're all
Yeah, there
paralyzed.
is definitely no DR on 2E stuff. It's
Is
he's
it paralyzed
got
door
some
or
house
something?
rules.
Doesn't look like. I don't see
Um,
let me just check.
I don't think he has.
Yeah, the effect's not on me.
Oh, I see it.
He doesn't have
Applied.
anything where it mentions it.
I guess I can.
Okay,
I don't. Yeah, I can only see 3 at a time. So what's Daria gonna do, Ragnar?
I don't see anything specific to it. It's
No,
just
and
something
Daria,
he
she'd
did.
not move
I
close
don't
to
know
me
the
than me.
specifics of it.
Okay.
She'd wait.
Okay.
Really?
No little loss here. All right.
I don't have her sheet, so I can't really make the declaration of what gear and stuff she has, or even spells prepped.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
just
fine.
kind of playing her being a safe player right now because we have a child who doesn't want to go to bed. So without further information, I can't make a declaration unless I mean, if her character got ganked.
I got you. All right. So she can't really see what's going on. We'll say.
Yeah.
She's more concerned about. Well, next round we'll see. All right. Well, we don't have to deal with Ragnar because he's stunned, paralyzed. New initiative. Go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
I assume us paralyzed people don't need to.
You don't have to now.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Oh, I'm looking at Daria. I'm like, is this Daria ever gonna roll? All right, so she got last. Ragnar can't go. Tulane, what do you want to do?
So I'm on the bottom floor, and I can see that this thing is up
I do want
above.
to let you know, Tulane, if you plan on trying to get by Ragnar in any way, there's going to be some checks involved there since it's a rickety ass walkway.
I'm also on the ground. I'm not up there.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me.
So what I'm gonna do is how that it's 10 feet up to that thing from the floor, right? I mean, there's, or is he's
Yeah.
hanging off? Oh, what's the state of him?
So that it is 10 feet. However, this creature is standing up on the catwalk. It's basically on the ledge, flashing into Ragnar. It has already finished climbing up there.
So the catwalk is rickety, right?
I swear,
Look-
if you push me into it to make me land on the rock, we'll have a talk later.
It is it does look pretty rickety. Many boards are missing. They're rotten. Looks like it was more of an afterthought.
I'm gonna slice the legs out of the thing from that this side on the floor.
Okay.
Try to make it fall
so-
and collapse.
All right. So what I'll have you do, I'm not going to make you roll the hit, but I am going to make you roll the damage. And if you roll high enough, I'll make a saving throw on this thing and see if it just crumbles. Hopefully that buys me enough time to open the DMG. See how quick I am to be able to find item saving throws. It's pretty good damage. My other campaign, I have all these already set up You guys are still kind of new in your. There it is. Item saving throws. Okay. And I'll let you roll. So we're doing against. Normally it'd be thick wood, but since the wood is so rotten, we're gonna go thin wood versus. We'll just say crushing since there's not a lot of options. So go ahead and roll a d20, and you need to roll a 14 or better. No.
No.
All right. So you chop into it. You don't have a good weapon for this, obviously, and you do chop your sword into it, but the boards do not come down. Lily Fuddle, what do you want to do? I'm also gonna put you over here.
Cool. Yeah, right now, Lex, that's what I use it for mostly. I'm a little leery of going
I'm sorry, what was
to
that?
all the
Look, standard.
spell effects attached to it, mainly because if I decide not to have the map up, you got to have tokens in map for it to work. If you're using auras for spell effects, that actually do things to other things.
Oh,
So like
man.
protection from evil, 10-foot radius or something would be great for an aura, but if you don't have a map, it won't. That aura effect will do nothing because there's no map, no tokens. It can't see range and that kind of stuff.
Man,
so.
Ragnar, you are so lucky. I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
I noticed that.
No, I'm not. You rolled like 1 and 2 2s last time or something. I'm good.
So you
In
all
fact, I
win.
could take another round of this and laugh at it.
Yeah. So this thing is just shredding Ragnar at the moment. Roken, what do you want to do?
Well, paralyzed, right? Can I?
Oh
do
shit!
anything?
I'm sorry. You're paralyzed.
I'd love to do something, but I can't
Yeah.
move.
What does Doth want to do?
I want to actually help Chilean take out that pillar. Maybe ram it or hit it with my mace.
Okay. You do have a mace, which is maybe a bit stronger against this. I mean, not really. It's basically going to be the same roll. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Wait. Oh,
Are they trying to drop the catwalk?
yeah.
Yes.
Now keep in mind, I did that when you had more health. I was not going to do it again.
Yeah.
You watch. This will kill Ragnar.
Yeah, it will.
Let's fall.
Oh, you just rolled the saving throw? No, first you got to roll the damage roll. So just roll your damage dice.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
Because if you don't roll high enough, I'm not even gonna. All right. No, that's your attack. Just damage. Just damage.
Sorry.
I know. It's all right. Yeah, it's not enough.
Okay.
All right. So you slam into the support the support beam.
So the one part of this thing that actually is sturdy.
Yeah, and it's not enough. It's not like. I mean, the top portion is rickety, yes, but the support beams are obviously a different story.
Made of proven iron.
Daria sees this going on over here, and she comes over. I hate to do this because I don't like to intervene. However, she's not an idiot. So she comes over and holds up her holy symbol of Timora and shouts out a blessing. It says, "The Luck Maiden compels you to return from whence you came." And the creature doesn't care.
Daria, you just look like an ass.
No, thank you.
Hey, if that succeeded, you guys would have been up a pretty good situation. All right, go ahead and roll initiative, everybody. Let me see what the situation is with Ragnar and. Man, you guys are paralyzed for a half a
I am
minute.
still paralyzed.
Wow, yeah, you guys are paralyzed for a few rounds. All right.
Do not worry, it cannot kill me.
I'll roll the.
But we might.
Yeah, you guys might.
Yeah, the party's the most dangerous thing in this room.
I know you guys are trying to tear down the catwalk I'm standing on. Ragnar, I will drool at the creature.
All right, Lily Fuddle, your group is in dire straits here. What are you doing?
Lilyfunnel notices Ragnar in very bad mind. She's going to run up to him and touch him with the Cure Light Wounds.
Oh, I lost you for a second there.
She's going to touch him with the Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
You'll see it in her gibberish language, whatever.
Yeah. All right, so all you need to do is drag the little plus sign, or target him, click it, and it should cast the spell.
Plus sign.
Yeah, as long as you have.
Right.
Yeah. So under powers, as long as you have it set to actions under the display, you should see the little plus icon. There you go. All right. Ragnar's feeling much better now. Make
Good.
sure you hit the cat.
Now the group's definitely gonna kill me. They're
Make sure you
gonna be like, oh, he could take a hit now.
And Lilyfuddle, make sure you hit the cast button too, so it takes away the cast of that spell. It'll tick off.
I tap the heal plus button.
Yeah. Not that one. let me.
I'm fully healed.
Yeah, let me fix that. You are not fully healed.
My bad.
I don't
just
mind.
remove one. I just remove one counter off of it. Make it work.
Hold on.
Yeah, and the counters is not at the top, it's to the left of the spell. So if you want to just tick that tick next to the spell, that'll do what he's doing, what he's wanting. You can also
blink
now,
angrily at the creature.
I know, now Ragnar is good. So
No, before that happened, I was at 3 wounds.
Yeah, you should be good now.
You have me
All
at
right.
1 wound.
That's fine. I'll fix it in a second. Lilyfuddle, the way you do that is when you click on the powers, you see where. Oh man, hold on.
Yeah, I was in prep mode by accident. I did those rolls. I put it in combat.
I think. Let me see. Cure Light Wounds.
So there should be a little checkbox next to the spell Cure Light Wounds. If you just tick that, not the one at the top, the one to the left of the spell, that'll use of it.
He's good. He's good actually. I just checked. All right. We're okay actually. All right. Let me see. So you should have been at 3. That's fixed. All right. These are to be expected as you guys kind of learn your character sheets. It's fine. Tulane, what do you want to do?
It is my 2 attack round, so I'm going to do it again.
Okay. So just roll the damage twice. The first one is significant enough, so go ahead and roll just a straight d20.
Nat 20, motherfucker.
Nat 20. All right. So just for narrative's sake, the first hit doesn't do a whole lot of anything, and you just do this pirouette on 1 foot, swing around, and the momentum of your swing carries through, and you slice right through the entirety of the structure beam, and this whole thing comes crashing down. Daria, who was starting to walk forward, stops because this thing is coming down. And I'm gonna make a save versus death for the creature to see if it falls prone. Success. It does not fall prone. It just lands on its feet like an absolute boss. And it is now its turn.
Shouldn't he take D6 of damage from falling though? That's 10 feet.
Sure. You know what? Good point. So it's going to take 5 points of damage.
So what happens to the rest of us?
Yeah, so Ragnar, I need you just go ahead and roll d6. Yeah, it's just for the damage.
Oh, look at that, man! Good time to roll high.
Right?
This is why Ragnar don't like elves.
You don't know what happened, man. You don't know what happened. But look at that.
All right. Well, the creature dies.
Your weight killed it, dude, when you fell on top of it.
Ragnar takes some damage. Rolls an ankle. It's not a
Yeah,
good time.
I'm actually surprised because I was helpless in the fall. You didn't roll a critical.
I'm not going to do that. That would be too. Especially at this level, that would be pretty brutal to you guys.
Well, I was helpless in the fall, so there was literally nothing I could do. I mean, if you
That
did,
just
I would've
means,
said nothing.
otherwise, at a 10-foot fall, I would have given you a dexterity check so you could have avoided the damage. But since you were stunned, you didn't have that ability. Looks like Roken's effects were already gone, so that's good. Alright, so you guys are free to do what you want to do now, as both of these creatures are laying crippled and bleeding on the ground.
Are they
You
just
guys
crippled
like
or
to-
are they dead? Because if they're not dead,
They're-
I'm going to stab them until they are.
Alright, yeah, they're dead, for sure.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
I'll have to come back up the stairs. I guess we're going east.
Yeah, give you a heads up. Daria says she's probably not returning the rest of the night. The kids still won't go to sleep.
Oh,
Okay. I mean, we still have some time, so I'm confident that the baby will pass out.
They usually tire themselves out.
Alright, so... Oops. Dang it. Stupid mask.
If you remove the effect, it will shut off.
So we have this hallway heading to the east. And small dungeons, super dangerous to low-level characters. I like it. Ragnar's done with the silliness. Alright. So this room, Ragnar, contains several ancient relics that appear to be torture implements. Although their function and style seem strange and archaic, in one corner sits a spherical cage with spikes protruding inward from iron bars.
I don't know
In another stands
what you
what
mean,
appears to
I
be
guess. If the
a
effect is removed,
star-shaped
the light will
wooden
turn
frame.
off. The effect stays
The
on
surface
whether it's their
studded with
turn or
hooks.
not.
In the center of the room is
I'm not
a
sure I
long
understand the
cover-
question.
or, excuse me. Doesn't make any sense. Another stands. Okay, so in the center of the room, there's some typos here. In the center of the room, there's a table, and it's covered with long leather straps and a number of cranks that seem to be designed to rotate and swivel.
Yeah, I remember our old Human Alliance.
And DOS seems to be malfunctioning. There's also a door to the east and a door to the south.
See, I just removed it off of my guy, and the effect is, and the light is gone.
Were you able to
No
hear
more
me?
purple.
No, it sounded pretty broken up, at least on my
Oh.
end.
So I'm not sure
Yeah,
what
same here.
you're
Okay.
talking about.
Doth
More
is
doors.
all right. We prepared to open this door.
You're opening this
Right.
door, DOS?
Yeah, I'm going to. But is Daria gonna be? Is Daria bot gonna pop Ragnar with a heal? I think she has.
You're
Like
gonna heal him up, or
I don't
Yeah,
know.
she has a
Does Ragnar's wife say that she wants to heal Ragnar?
The effect has to be on the character. You can have
Ragnar.
an advanced effect on a
Ragnar's
torch,
pleading.
and then when you equip the torch, it adds it to the
What do you
person. And when you
mean?
unequip it, removes the effect. You can do it that way.
Dishes like I asked.
Yeah, so you could do it that way. The way I did it is made an
I will move
effects, a
Daria
custom
into the
effect that I
area,
just
though.
drag and drop on the person. But yeah, you could actually put it on an object if you really wanted to.
Whenever I write these campaigns, I typically like to try to
And
break
Lex,
up
if you can
the
reproduce that
paragraphs
and
by,
explain it in a post on the forums,
doing
I'll walk through
several
that and see if I can't see what's
spaces.
going on. But as far as my testing
And
shows,
this one,
when you
man,
remove the
they just,
effect,
like,
the
it's
color
like
is
one
gone, the
long
effect is gone, everything
run-on
is gone.
paragraph. They didn't bother to break it up, and then
Well, just let me know exactly how
man,
you
it's
applied
surprising
it.
to me that there's so many typos. Like this is a pretty
And
old
removed it and map
adventure path.
settings and that kind of stuff.
Guess nobody brought those up, or the developer didn't care.
I've actually
Whatever.
got them on my
the
game in my
anniversary
effects
edition,
panel. I've got
a lot of the fixes.
Yeah.
effects for
This is the
a
anniversary edition.
hooded lantern,
Oh, well, I was
continual
gonna
light,
what they did is they
torches,
blacked out
magical
the original
weapons, that
font.
sort of thing. The
Yeah.
thing is,
That's
if
kinda
you
one of the
use
reasons why they
something
did
like
stuff
continual light,
All right,
it's
well,
like 60 feet. I
Daria
mean,
is gonna
look at
heal
that.
up from
That's
Ragnar 'cause he's
60
all
feet. So
busted up from the fall.
the map is
So you
covered.
got a couple doors.
But,
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go over and open them. One to the left. Oh,
If he
never
does
mind.
that, I'll open the one at the bottom.
All right, so we'll deal with DOS first, as there are doors that I don't know if that can't really tell. There we go. As you open the door, Doth, there are stairs that descend down. Ragnar, you open this door to the south. Oops, shit.
Okay, if it's poop in here, I'm just closing it.
No, it's not poop. I just almost revealed too much.
yeah, and if you want to use custom colors, you absolutely can. You just have to use the codes instead of the
ceremoniously fell on his face.
Yeah.
the pre-configured colors.
All right, so Ragnar,
I think I even linked to a site that I use to get colors.
And a long
You can kind of go through there and
the
see if
floor of
there's
this
some
room.
that you like.
To the
I picked
south
the ones
stand
that were,
three stone
I figured,
doors,
the
each
most
bearing a
differential. You
strange
could
symbol
tell
that
the difference
resembles a
between them
seven-pointed star.
when if they were stacked. You know, even still though, if you got a lot of them, it's gonna color up everything.
There are not nearly as many doors in this place as there was in the Glassworks.
I got. Look how small this room, and I got 3 doors.
I was about to say, I was about to say the ratio to doors in that tiny room just far exceeds the other space.
And then when you look at the first tunnel we went down, door, 10 feet, door, 10 feet, door. Come on.
Dead end.
It was like
I'm gonna Monty Hall this, and as I reach for door number 2, I'm gonna change my mind and take what's under door behind number 3.
All right, well, I'm going to assume that you're opening all the doors, because it sounds that way.
One at a time. I only got 2 hands, you know.
All right, yeah. All right, so in the first, it appears that these 3 doors just kind of open up into prison cells. At least that's what it seems like. The first of which is a single skeleton of what appears to be a badly deformed humanoid. One in the middle has 3 brittle arms, and the one on the far right has an enormous misshapen skull.
That's not bad.
No. I just turned and walked away. No.
An idiot, we need light.
Aha! I'll just come here and hide in the corner and say, hey, someone could go look at that.
This is the freak prison.
Can our designated investigators, Roken or Tillian, take a look at that?
Sure, I can go down and take a look and see if there's any strangeness.
All right, go ahead and give me a
cells.
wisdom check there, Roken.
Okay.
All right. I mean, as far as the skeletons are concerned, they look long since dead and very deformed. You've not seen any creatures that resemble these skeletons. You would have to assume that some strange mutation occurred here, possibly magic induced. It's hard to say. You're not too knowledgeable in such things.
Nope.
You do notice that they're like in a broken chair in the corner of the room, there appear to be like a bunch of old papers, and there's just like other garbage kind of strewn about the place. Looks like this room had a lot of stuff in it at one point, but it's old and everything's been busted up.
And,
Yeah, I would
Lily
just peek
Fiddle's
at the
snooping
paper
around.
just to see if there's anything, but
Lily Fiddle's getting a little brave now, so can she snoop around at it? Get in there and she feels safe.
Okay. So amongst the papers, you do find one item that looks to be in pretty decent shape. Most of the like papers and such, they crumble at the slightest touch. But one of them seems to be made of a higher quality vellum and does not, though it's rolled up. Would you like to open it?
just a little bit. Some, slight unroll. See if I can see what might be written on it.
Okay, so you
It reads, "How do you keep an idiot busy? Turn over."
yeah you unravel some of it, and it certainly has some archaic runes on it that you just certainly don't understand.
Yes, I think I have to call my brother Elf to look at that. Seems more
Did
in
you
his.
just say you looked at writing without detecting magic? I mean, that stuff is dangerous. It explode in your face.
What do I know? I've been in the woods for 60 years.
I'll roll. I'm not gonna look at it. I will roll it up and stick it somewhere until I have a chance to do detect stuff and make sure it's not gonna blow up my face.
All right, so I'll put it in your inventory until you can cast detect stuff.
Well, obviously, it's not going to blow up in your face. I already looked at it.
Well,
Is
maybe
Lily Fiddle
maybe
able
only if I
to
can read it.
is Lily Fiddle able to get anything out of the deformed corpses? Like when she looks around,
What is Lilyfuddle trying to get out of the deformed corpses?
I don't know, just understand what the hell they are. Or
Do you have healing?
well, I used my healing spell.
No, the proficiency healing.
Er, Yes.
You do.
Two. Yes.
Go ahead and roll a healing proficiency then.
Yeah, I think the default color is probably orange.
All right.
It's
Yeah,
not orange. It's actually
Lilyfuddle thinks
goldenrod.
that
Is
these
the
were
what the
at one
HTML
point
color code for it is?
humans, though their bodies were grossly deformed by something, some of which, like I said, the head of one has grown to probably 4 times its original size. The rib cage has been severely damaged on that one. One has a stunted leg that has been strewn below its strangely flat girth. And there's just various levels of abnormalities uh, within these skeletons. But they all appear as though they were human at one point. But maybe there were some experiments, but more than likely magic was involved here.
Gotcha. Yeah, she excitedly like points at them and says something to Dog. And runs back by Darius' side. Oh, that's interesting. Let's move on.
All right. So these stairs continue to descend down. As Doth gets closer, nope, nothing. I was trying to decide whether Doth would know diddly, but no. It just seems that these stairs continue down. As Ragnar comes up behind him, the path is illuminated, and after several feet, you can see that it appears to be opening up into a larger room. Once again, more darkness.
I am getting really tired of playing Mr. Candlestick.
Forward
Well,
the light brigade.
yeah, it shouldn't have been a human. All right, so as you come up Ragnar and illuminate the area, you see that there are several like planks of wood, for lack of a better term, that have been situated within this room. The ceiling of this strangely cold chamber arches to a vaulted height of about 20 feet. There are many of these lids that have been strewn haphazardly across the room, for at least as far as you can see. And from the darkness, you can hear pits of echo that sound like strange shuffling sounds. And every so often, you hear a low guttural moan.
Nope.
And then Doth,
Jeez.
I need you to go ahead and make a surprise check.
This guy and the walking
No.
away. Dolph is very surprised.
All right. We like to see them surprises because those don't seem to happen often enough.
His eyes glow even brighter yellow. Surprise.
I swear to God, if I hear a steam engine sound come out the backside, I am walking away.
A steam engine.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's surprised you hear. His exhaust is fiery.
All right. So Doth is surprised. He was so transfixed by the sound of moaning and shuffling that he did not notice the strange goblinoid figure that is highly mutated, has 3 arms, one of which just kind of grows out of the center of the back of its neck, coming over. It has 3 weapons in its 3 hands.
And it's charging, it's going, it's not a tumor.
Yeah, it just, I mean, goblins already have like a large, oversized head, but this one particularly large, and it just opens its maw and vomits this green bile all over Doth.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah.
Vomits, apparently.
Oh, I have found my new war cry. Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
And Doth rolls a 1 for his saving throw. Well, this might be it for Doth.
Uh-oh.
As a nice, healthy stream of stomach bile envelops him, covering him in acid. And with that, everybody can go ahead and roll initiative.
I am gonna have to, save my trapped buddy.
Yeah, those of you that are not in the stairway, well, mostly Roken, he's close enough, I suppose. You hear this, like, you hear the purging of a stomach. Someone seems to have lost their lunch, and you can hear the sizzling of metal.
Though he may assume it was Ragnar from all the drinking.
He has already experienced explosive shit. It's not the same.
Alright, well, I guess Lilyfuddle is up first. Is she moving over into that area, or?
He's moving to right here to peek around the corner, wondering what the sizzle was.
Okay, let me untarget this guy. That's all she's doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Maybe I can get this Doth guy out of the campaign. Let's see what happens here. So many attacks. Alright, so, well, he's already done that. So he first swings at Doth with this axe that he has in one hand and misses. He then swings with a dagger, which misses. And then he swings with a longsword that is far too big to be held by any standard goblin, which also misses. God damn it. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, so Doth gets to retaliate.
Right, let's retaliate.
What is Doth? Are you kidding me? I rolled like shit. I don't even need to look.
Hmm?
The highest roll I had was an 11. All right. Here, let's see if that hits. That is a miss, sir.
Ooh, this one's agile.
All right, so Doth swings. Does he want to move? If he does, he may provoke attack. So,
No, I cannot move.
all right, so Doth does not move. Delane, you hear the sounds of combat coming from somewhere down those stairs.
So I will. I'm gonna go up to where Roken is and look through the door. And if I can go down to where Ragnar is, I will make my way down to
And
Ragnar.
you are muted, Delane. In case you didn't notice.
Mother fluffer. Yeah,
I've
I was.
so much too.
Yeah, I was talking your ears off. No, so I am going to go up to where Roken is and look through the door down the stairs, and if I can get to Ragnar, I'm going to move down to where he is.
So it's a pretty steep staircase going down. The only way you're going to be able to see what's going on down there is to be within, like, basically where Doth and Ragnar is. They can see into the room. Anything past them is not going to be able to see what's going on down there.
Yeah, that was my intent. Since I can only probably see them, that's what I want to do. Is I want to just go down the stairs and get behind Ragnar to see what's down there.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and draw out your line, I guess.
I would be right there to get on
Sure.
my square, but he's half-ass on a square.
I know these guys. Well, it's not their
Okay,
fault.
Here's my deal. Doth never gets on a full square. He never does.
To be fair, these maps don't have the best square placement, so some of the rooms are kind of weird angles or whatever. So that's probably not the developer's fault. Sometimes when you try to match up these maps out of the PDFs, it's not an easy task. All right, so Daria, she's not gonna go down there first, right?
She also fell asleep with the kids, so
All right, sounds good. Roken.
All right. Well, I guess I might as well join the train down here, since I probably can't shoot till they can get in and clear the way. But so he'll just move down there.
Oh
and,
man,
So we're not able to really get past the goblin because of his positioning.
there's enough room. You just have to like inch your way around him. Is all. Ragnar. So Ragnar's in a curious position. If he steps past Doth into position with the goblin, he will incur an attack.
it's the only way anything's gonna get done.
Yep. Ragnar understands this, steps over.
Sorry, I gotta be a little bit closer so I can hit him. Since we're all
Yep.
doing half right now.
Alright, so the creature does swing at you, Ragnar, and misses. So,
Now feel my mighty blade. Tomorrow.
Feel the wind from my mighty blade.
May it
Yeah, I have
keep
a
the hair.
obsession with
You need to
landing
get
on the
Ragnar
squares and trying to keep my
Wind
players
can
on the
change,
squares,
that
so
way
the measurements.
Wind can do something.
What
look
I need
right
is
to
a
me.
quicker goddamn blade and a higher attack bonus. I'm not
All
like
right.
you elves that get +1s with extra stuff.
well, they don't get attack, or they don't get initiative bonuses. Alright, so everybody go ahead and roll initiative again.
So I have a question though. So
What's
if
up?
I just dedicate this turn to move, will I still for attack of opportunity just to move around past the goblin with an action?
I'm sorry, I lost you. So if you dedicate the turn to what?
To move past around the goblin, will it still incur opportunity attack?
If you do not attack and you focus on only moving defensively, you can move up to half your movement without incurring an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
But you can't attack and do that. Alright, so Tulane. I'll roll for Tulane. He's got a sick kid. Man, people just falling out tonight. What's going on here? Alright, that should be everybody. And then up first is Lily Fuddle.
Alright. It's gonna move.
That's as far as she's moving?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Doth. What's his plan?
I'm gonna try to defensive move into the room. Hopefully not, trying to not get this guy attacking.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need to make a roll or anything as long as that's all you're doing.
Okay.
Let's see, Daria. Gonna move up here. Tulane's back. Yes, no? I think no.
It doesn't
Alright.
seem like.
Yeah, so I'll try to come back to him by the end of the round. Roken.
All right. Oh, let's see. How far can I move down without getting where I can attack and not get attacked here? So.
Well, I mean, at this point, you can move to the bottom of the stairs and attack. I'll just, yeah.
So
You know, I'm gonna-
there. Is that the?
Yeah. I kind of like him right here so you can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can move there.
All right. And then I'll go back to the bow that works.
Oh.
Long sword adventure didn't really go so well. So. So wait a minute. So being that close, is that was is there a minus or something for that or?
No, there's no minus.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
They get a bonus to attack you, but
Okay.
if he decides not to attack you, you'll be fine.
All right. All right, and
That's definitely a hit.
30 feet. So
I gotta check to see how long or how often my guy can
Oh.
barf. Jesus. All right, so
at point blank range, really.
right.
Put it upside his head and release the arrow.
Every 3 round. Wow. Okay. So it's his turn again.
Oh, wonderful.
Let's see. Well, he's not too much of a fan of getting hit by arrows. So,
Wouldn't think so.
yeah, so he's gonna focus his attention on this elf that just showed up. And I do get some pretty hefty bonuses to hit you. You're fine, Tulane. I already rolled your initiative. We'll come back to you in a second.
Roken says, "Don't look at me. Look at him. He has yellow eyes."
Didn't. Oh, I didn't roll. Okay, I was like confused. I saw the other dice. All right, so that's a miss.
Night, Lex.
This one. Oh, there we go. All right, so he swings at you with the axe, which misses, but then he sticks his dagger into you.
Oh,
Barely.
just the tip.
Just the tip. All right, and then finally, the oversized longsword. Yeah, buddy. That's gonna
One.
hit. Come on, 8. 6, not bad. All right, so yeah, so he slashes into you pretty decently with this longsword. It sucks to have a goblin with a longsword. And actually, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit before you go, Ragnar. Tulane, you are casting sleep.
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right, so go ahead and roll your stuff to see how many hit dice you affect. 2. Sweet. Nothing happens.
He's this goblin's hopped up with coffee.
Yeah, Ragnar. Missed it by 1. So we like to see.
Okay, I'm asleep.
Sleep spell not so good against shit with more than 1 hit dice. Till that Tesuto got knocked the fuck out. What's that?
Did he accidentally put Ragnar to sleep?
No, he didn't. Ragnar, you're up.
Oh, I thought you said I failed and went to sleep.
No. No, the creature was high enough level to resist the sleep.
Oh, okay. Because I thought the way the sleep spell worked is it affected the lowest hit dice first area effect.
And not allies, no.
Thank you for that change.
Yeah. We're not going that hard. Alright, so you miss. Did you want to move and possibly incur an attack of opportunity?
Where would I go?
Back? I don't know.
So
I'm gonna
Ranger would step in front of me and take the shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a no. All right. All right, and new initiative. Oh, I keep staring at Daria. All right. I'm quicker on the draw this time. Tulane, you are up first.
I'm gonna try to tumble through and get in a position like I don't know, right here.
That's gonna be a lot. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna include Ragnar on that. You are gonna have to tumble past 3 individuals plus some stairs. So go ahead and make your. Oh, you made your tumbling check. You succeeded by a whole fuckload. So yeah, you managed to make this incredible cartwheel and then backflip over the top of this goblin and land behind him. That is certainly going to be your turn. But you
Thank
are
you.
in there. Yep. This is not a place you want to fall prone. Lilyfuddle, what do you want to do?
Move up to Daria.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Then Roken, you're up.
All right. Well, here's some arrows in your head, buddy.
Oh man, I think this is gonna be it for the goblin. Oof.
Is he still up? So
He is still up. He's kicking.
Okay.
Tough little bastard. All right, and
Oh,
the second
yeah.
arrow just sails by.
And I reach for my third arrow, but there isn't any there.
And you reach over. Oh man, should be counting them bullets.
Yep.
Completely out. Ragnar. Misses. And hits. Roll for day. Oh fuck. All right. So, so the first swing. Yeah. Rokan, you're like firing arrows. Ragnar, you're swinging. You actually hit one of Rokan's arrows and send it careening into the wall. And the mutated goblin is like struck awe by this, and you find your opportunity to just bring the blade back around and behead the creature. And it falls to the ground dead. And with that, we are going to end for the evening because you guys are not going to finish this place tonight. So, in the meantime, though, before we go, I will mention that as the creature falls, its longsword clatters to the ground, and it does not take a genius to recognize the fact that that longsword is exquisitely made. It's very ornate, and there's probably a reason this goblin has decided to hold on to a weapon that is far too big for most goblins.
Oz is just gonna look at Tulane. Somebody gonna
I don't
notice
use a long sword. So.
And then I'm gonna look at Ragnar on the other side. Does somebody notice a long sword?
I point to my large blade and I point to his dainty blade and go, who do you think's going to use it?
Well, the way you've been slinging tonight, I was hoping that you probably get a close quarters combat with.
It's just close quarters. I hit everything within 5 feet. Whether it's 2 or 7, it doesn't matter. I still will hit. All right, guys, I'm out. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys.
Night,
Have
Rag.
a good night.
And
And
let's not forget that there's
So, guys, we're
yeah,
ending the stream.
I will certainly remind you
I
guys
think next week
I'm
he's going to
highly
start
confident that
streaming
Rokan
this instead of me.
totally
If he does,
said
I'll
enough
link
to
it in
remind
chat.
me.